I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rock and Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly. Right? What's good, party people? Welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show. I'm your main man, the #1 Chief Rocker and Knicks Universe, Uncle Freezie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here to talk that Knicks talk the way that y'all like to have that Knicks talk to y'all. What's good? I see y'all out there. Yo, Morning Brew Sports Network is in the building. Bro, I'm going to call you. I'm gonna call you, bro. I want to talk to you about something, man. Things just been mad uneven here. Things been mad uneven here, man. I'm gonna call you, D Hall. Okay, I see you. What's good? What's good? What's good? Core Mega is in the building. King Ribby, what's happening? King Ribby, I'm still waiting on the beat. King Ribby, I'm still waiting on the beat to put these bars to. You know what I'm saying? I got a few for rappers like you. Spin the block or two. You can bump it for yourself or you can bump it with your crew. It ain't nothing out the way. It's just what I do. So King Ribby, whenever you get the, you know what I'm saying, I'm here for you, baby. I'm here. I'm ready for the beat. Sherwin is in the building. What's good? Sherwin says, I'm here to put some hard reality in your head. Bim. I need some reality, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I need some reality. Wiz is in the building. What's good? Wiz says, Nathan Knight. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Almighty Finesse, that's why I'm here. Nathan Knight got cut. That's why I'm here. Part of the reason why I wasn't here earlier is because, let's be honest, when you get to be a certain age, technology just kick your butt. And right now, technology is kicking my butt. So I have a dual monitor setup, and I'm trying to find the drivers so the computer will be able to support a dual monitor setup. I'm trying to do it so I can make the expansion to OBS, right? But I can't even get to OBS because this monitor right here, it ain't doing nothing. It ain't doing nothing. But my mic covers came in though. So I got the expansion. I got the splitter You know how you get the splitter so you can put both monitors in and then plug it into the computer, let the computer recognize all that stuff. Tech. But that thing been kicking my rump, right? But the head covers came in though. Pause. These came in. Pause. So I'm going with a yellow, not because it's a theme, but because when I walk in this dark room, it'll stand out. Like sometimes I come in here and be hitting the mic all, but now it's just it got the caution yellow on it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Salute to Bully. Bully is in the building. I sent a thing to Bully so that he can get some pasta salad, y'all. I sent it by Cowboy Express. I sent a Cowboy Express to Bully so that he could get some pasta salad while he in street clothes. You know what I'm saying? Knicks for Life is in the building. What's good to our brother? What's good to our brother? Knicks for Life is in the building. Ralph Unreal, what's good, man? I see you. I see you. What's good, bro? So I got a couple of things that I want to get into. It's gonna be, it'll probably be in terms of topics goes. I don't have any bangers. I don't have any bangers, but what I do have is a couple of topics that I want to talk to y'all about, and I know y'all are interested in them because I see y'all talk about these all the time. Yo, yeah, hey Chuck, yeah, man. Shout out to my man Bully. He probably somewhere. That's our brother. We love him. Hey, shout out to our brother Bully, Boulevard 73. He is our ace brother number one. He is our number one brother. That's our number one brother right there. Boulevard 73. He in street clothes right now. So shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Hope he feel better soon. I hope he enjoyed that pasta salad and J Dilla. That pasta salad and J Dilla. That's probably what's getting him through right now. Nick Yak is in the building. Nick Yak says, I think we start with a 10-man rotation with Sims being number 10. Nick Yak, you read my mind. You read my mind a little bit. I thought I was thinking the opposite a little bit. I was thinking the same thing, but with a different 10th player. I was thinking the 10th player is going to be Miles McBride. Now, I think we're like-minded in the fact that we think Tibbs is going to go 10 deep to start. I differ at Jericho Sims. I think they're committed to, and again, Nick Yak read. Okay, Nick Yak read my mind again. Right? I think okay. So since Nick Yak and I on the same page, I'm gonna speak to Nick Yak. I'm not gonna ignore anybody else, but since he and I on the same page, I'm just gonna speak to something really quick. I think the 10-man rotation thing might be a thing. I think the small ball thing is a thing. It does look awful. You're right. I do think it's gonna take some time for us to get there. I think it's gonna take some time for us to get there. And by there, I mean get to a point where we're looking good with it. And this is what everybody is saying. We have guards. We need a big. The mere fact that Tom Thibodeau, the Knicks front office, cut Isaiah Roby and Nathan Knight, I think that means they're committed to small ball. The fact that Ryan Arcidiacono is still here means the Knicks are committed to small ball. Because why else would he be here? Why would you have Brunson, Quickly, DiVincenzo, Deuce, and Ryan Arcidiacono all vying for some point guard minute throughout a game? All vying for. I'm not saying all getting, all vying for. Shout out to Alawaz. Yo, peace to the Saint Alawaz. Peace to the Saint Alawaz. Alawaz, would you please tell Boulevard 73 that no man can eat $40 worth of pasta salad? When you talk to him, please. Otherwise, I'm asking for your help. Please tell Bully that no man can eat $40 worth of pasta salad. That's all I'm saying. That's on a different note. Adam is in the building. And Nick Yak says Ryan will never play. He is for practice. That's what Han said. And my thing about that is at what point are we bringing in guys just for practice? The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. And my belief is it's not about that. That I believe that's PR. And I like Alan Hahn a lot. I like Hahn a lot. What is my? I'm looking. Oh, there it is. Yeah, give me a split second, yo. Yeah, the Ryan Arcidiacono thing is puzzling to me. I don't see it as practice player. I see it as deliberate nepotism. But whatever. It don't matter. Nepotism in this case, so what? If it's making Jalen Brunson and Emmanuel Quickly better every day, then I'm for it. But it's clearly nepotism. But if it's making Brunson and Quickly more comfortable at practice, a guy that they can get along with, a sparring partner, so to speak, is what they're calling Ryan Arcidiacono. Ryan Arcidiacono is basically a sparring partner for Quickly and for Brunson. That's basically what he is, right? So no big deal. on that. I don't care. East Blue Drew is in the building. the main thing I want to speak to is if the nepotism is there, what happens if it's not making the Knicks better? Most of the guys are locked up long term. The Nova boys are locked up long term, except for Ryan Arcidiacono, but he's not a guy that you lock up long term. We all know that he's a practice player. You bring him in from year to year. Every year, at the end of every year, if you don't land the big fish, if you have an empty roster spot, you bring them back. No big deal. It's what we did with Herb Williams. Shout out to Herb Williams, lifetime contract, no paperwork. East Blue Drew says, why we got Ryan for practice? Use Knight and Roby. Ryan not better than them. Right. Okay. And Nick Yak says, we sent him with Cam and he came back. Right. We probably told them that too. Like, yo, we just going to send you, go play. You know what I'm saying? Go to whoever, play. And then in the summer, we'll bring you back. They probably already had an arrangement. Right? I'm just hoping it's not a strange nepotism and guys are so tight that they have business relationships with other players. Right. If Ryan Arcidiacono, if they're saying that about him right now, that means he's already made the team. That means he's already made the team. That means the team is set. That means the team is set, right? If Ryan A is here, that means the roster is set. Let me see. Sheets. Blank sheet. I want to enlarge this and then it might be a little too big. Let's shrink this a little bit. Okay. All right. So let me do this. I'm going to turn this off. All right. So basically, we're at a Jalen B, a Q Grimes, R.J. Barrett, a J. Randall, a M. Robinson, I. Quickly, D. Vincenzo, a Josh Hart, a J. Sims, I. Hartenstein, a Miles McBride, a Ryan Archie no, a Evan Fournier, in these last two spots. So who are in these last two spots? Did I miss anybody, y'all? Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anyone? Did I miss anybody? Everybody here? You think he gonna make the team? Ed Winter, you think he gonna make the team? I'm gonna pull up ESPN's thing because I don't think Dylan Windler's gonna make the team. Nick Yak, the new guard and forward, I believe are gonna get cut. I think they were only signed so they can be G League eligible. You're talking about Brandon Godwin, yeah, and the other guy. I think they're only signed so they could be G League eligible. Let's see. I'm gonna go to ESPN and look at the rosters. I don't think Charlie Brown's gonna make it. I don't know if Daquan Jeffries is gonna make it. He probably will. Oh boy. Dwayne Washington is probably not gonna make it. Dwayne Washington's pops used to play in the NBA also. Wiz, if Jacob Toppin makes this team, if Jacob Toppin gets a roster spot, if Jacob Toppin gets a roster spot, Bully said Bully said he got blocked. Okay, hold on. Bully said he got blocked. All right. All right. Bully blocked himself. Let me see. Let me go ahead to settings, permissions, channel. Let me see. Bully got blocked? That seems strange. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so Bully, you should be good to go. Almighty Finesse is in the building. Dannyberry Sports Highlight is in the building. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. Give me a split second. All right. All right. So Bully is back. Okay. All right. Yeah, somebody in the chat did that, may have done that by accident, but that's okay. It's okay. We all human. JJ in the building. All right. All right. And East Blue Juice says he still wants to start IQ over Grimes. I want to have that conversation, but I want to see. Here's my thing. Out of the remaining 7, however many players, none of them dudes is giving me the vibes like, yo, I think the back end, players 11 through 15, in my opinion, look terrible. 11 through 15 is going to look terrible. That's a terrible look. If Miles McBride is the best player, 11 through 15, we in bad shape. Oh boy. Oh boy. The Grimes Hive is getting Frank Ntilikina-ish. It's getting real Frank Ntilikina out here. It's getting real Frank Hive out here, everybody. If I'm Grimes, I'd ask for a trade, JJ. Oh boy. Yo,
what's up, Freezie?
what's good, boss?
I'm chilling. Salute to the chat. Salute out there. Salute Almighty. Salute Bully. Salute Mega. Salute JJ. Salute Ribby. Salute Adam as well.
Yeah, man.
What
How
I
everybody
missed.
doing, man? Everybody doing okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, man. Man, I'm really leaning towards getting that soursop tea. I've been seeing stuff on TikTok now.
Go for it, man.
I move slow with some stuff, bro. But
I mean, sometimes it's a wait and see, but
yeah. I need
no,
to.
go for it.
I need some action though. Some action. We. That's to all my first geners that's out there. Salute to all my first geners out there, including my wife, Miss Mocha. You know what I'm saying? Who
She's Jamaican? I didn't know that.
no, she first gen. I'm gonna say the bully. I'm gonna say the word wrong, and I know y'all gonna laugh at me, but I don't care, bro. I'm not sensitive like that, man.
Live your truth, really.
Yeah. My wife is a first generation Bahamian. She's from the Bahamas. That man just laughed in my face. That man just laughed in my face. He didn't even wait till he got outside. He just
my bad. I'm gonna mute next time.
nah, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. So So my wife is a Bahamian. So it is what it is. So yeah, man.
So what were you talking about earlier? As I just made my way to your stream.
So the back end of the roster is terrible.
Oh,
terrible, bro.
I'll keep it a buck with you, Freezie. Most teams, in terms of guys that play 11, 12, 13 guys, they're usually not good. But to offset that, teams usually have top end, high end star power that can outweigh that. So like we got guys like Ryan Archdiakono that are made men within the they're made men within the constructs of this organization.
G Unit, yeah.
So it's hard to take it super seriously when we have a bunch of guys in the same size range. Around anywhere between 6 foot and 6'4".
Right.
Could you put up that graph or that chart that you had up before, that Excel's?
Oh yeah, I got you. Just give me a second for that.
And the thing that saved us last year was the rebounding, right? Because we were actually a mediocre defensive team during the regular season last year.
11. Yep. Yeah, we were 11. Yep.
So this McBride, Archdiakono, Fournier thing, we sustain any injury, and we really don't have a traditional backup four.
Right.
You might be seeing some ugly basketball in terms of like the big man rotation. Because for instance, if Randall went down for any amount of time,
Ron Holland, come on down.
Oh no! Like we're gonna be seeing Jericho Sims minutes at the 4.
Yep.
I can't do it, boss.
If Randall gets hurt, and he won't because he doesn't, but if he gets hurt, Ron Holland, come on down. You are the number 1 pick in the draft by the New York Knicks.
No, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to my man Ron Cleveland. I would rather Ron Cleveland get those minutes than Ron Hollins.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No. No. It like we're so uber dependent on guys playing 35, 36 minutes between our top two guys.
Yep.
It's when you look around the league, teams that have like two guys or they have two guys that are the guys or they're two-headed monsters, usually they don't play more than 31, 32 minutes. If you just look across the league, because they're
Right.
kind of like managing over the course of a season.
Right.
But we know with this coach, these guys are gonna play 36, 37, 38
Yep.
on any given night. And I don't know if that's too sustainable for winning. I mean, it depends, but I don't know if it's too sustainable for guys to survive a season playing hard minutes like that.
The thing to it is the thing that the casual NBA fan doesn't recognize is that one major injury always leads to multiple major injuries.
Right.
You know what I'm
Domino
saying?
effect.
Yep. Because now you're asking guys to do more than what they normally do and exert themselves. And then now high ankle sprains wind up being sprained Achilles. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Bruised sternums wind up keeping guys out 3
Dudes get
weeks.
dudes get a sore calf, and that turns into multiple weeks
Then you
just
try to
out.
play through it because you're already short. And
Yeah.
then people say crazy. People use crazy jargon like, "Man, it's all hands on deck." Oh no, it's not all hands on. Because if it was all hands on deck, you would be playing Ryan Archidiakono, right? You're not gonna play him, right? You know what I'm saying?
You're
Is
not gonna play Fournier either,
no, you're not gonna play Fournier either. You're
unless
going
3 or 4 guys are out of the rotation.
right, and and
I was gonna say not to get too far ahead, but like the way this roster is set up, if we didn't play. I know it's a regular season. I mean, preseason, but look what happened when we don't have minutes for Quickly in terms of what he offers us in terms of being our secondary playmaker or how good he is on defense. Like we let
right.
guys go for 130, a bunch of bums.
I think somebody sent me. I think two people hit me up with the Jordan Poole thing, right? So a couple of people hit me up. So Dre was one, and then somebody that y'all don't know is the other. Even if I said his name, y'all like, who that? So, but they were like, I told you. Well, he said, "Yo, I told you Jordan Poole was inconsistent." Right, like yo, on and on in this text thread, right? Yo, told you Jordan Poole was J.R. Smith and all this, right? You know what I get out of that?
Mm.
What I get out of that is our perimeter defense can be torched. Our
Yeah,
perimeter defense can be torched.
I was gonna say Freezy. There there's so much you can do as a 6'4", 6'5" guard.
Right,
The length advantage is strength, agility. Like you can fight over a billion screens, but when you're
right,
talking about the top tier scorers in the league, unless you physically take away their ability to shoot the ball or
right,
get to where they're going, they're gonna just shoot contested jumpers over you. There's nothing you can do.
right, right. And the benefit, and I use Frank Ntilikina for an example. The benefit of having a +8 wingspan in Frank's case, Frank is 6'4" with a 7-foot wingspan, right?
Mhm.
The benefit of having a 7-foot wingspan is that, you know what I'm saying, you would like for guys to be taller with the wingspan. So if it's Frank at 6'4", he's got a 7-foot wingspan, right? But if that guy is 6'8", that wingspan is 7'4".
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like I understand they want to get these strong, stout, persistent defenders with plus wingspan that can
fight over
account for
screens. Yeah.
yeah, but that only matters when that's like when you have Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba is 7 foot with an 8-foot wingspan, right? That's crazy. Like Vic W is 7'3" with a 7'9" wingspan or something crazy
Nah,
like that.
his is actually 8.
8 foot, yeah, like or 8 foot wingspan. You see what I mean? Like so he's 7'3" already or 7'5", whatever he is already, and then he has the wingspan of a dude 8 foot tall, right?
Freebie, the easiest comparison is we all know Jericho Sims can jump out of gym, but defenders are way more afraid of Mitch
Right,
just because Mitch can stand still and alter what you're doing or what you're thinking about.
right,
Whereas a guy like Jericho Sims has to put in the effort and commit to a play to get
right.
to a block
He's
or to
very
alter a shot.
reactionary. He's
Yeah.
very reactionary.
But him standing still is like you can you can traffic cone around him. Like you can use him as a traffic cone. But if he has to commit to a play, which is why he gets fouls.
That's why he could. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And to just look around the superstars in this league or the skilled players, you're not gonna be able to stop an elite scorer with just effort.
Right.
You have to have the effort plus the length.
And scheme. You gotta
Yeah.
have everything, man.
And when
Everything.
guys like Jordan Poole get hot, it's like
Oh boy.
and
Yeah.
like I mean Dante is a nice on ball defender, but chasing the guy down the screen,
Right.
and when you're trailing him, when you're trailing him, guys like Poole are not worried about getting his shot blocked from behind because the defender is just not long enough or athletic enough to close that gap and that distance. If we're even talking about scheme,
Right.
so it's we're gonna see a lot of the same this year. We're gonna have some good nights on defense, and then on some nights we won't be. Like for instance, Freezy, you mentioned this. Drew Holiday kept cooking Grimes last year to close out the game.
Right.
Grimes was playing great defense, right?
He was in his shirt.
If Grimes was 6'7", he wouldn't get those shots off,
He wouldn't get them shots off. Right.
or he'd be afraid to get those shots off because at some point they're just going to their muscle memory to even shoot. And when you're not big enough or athletic enough, you
Right.
can be an irritant, but you're not going to be a complete deterrent.
Right. Right.
Like the elite defenders deter guys from even attempting to score.
Right. Yeah. I have multiple concerns. And since you're here,
Yeah.
since you're here, I guess I can bounce them off of you. Right. Hey, chat. How does this yellow pea popper look to y'all? Is that too crazy? Yeah, I put it on because this room is dark. It's a dark blue with the iced mocha accent wall.
I like the other camera angle you had the other day for you.
Oh yeah, man.
The high one. I like that one.
Yeah, I was
It
trying to
shows
work
off
on.
the background.
Yeah, man. I was trying to Well, I got hot sauce over there now, but and for those that don't know, I'm going to show everybody what Dre was talking about. Hopefully, it won't be too creepy. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one Dre was talking about. But I'll be having the dog be walking by.
Yeah, the
Too,
dog
so
tripping.
yeah,
So.
yeah. So I'm yeah. So, but I have a few things. So I guess I'll bounce it off of you in the chat. Chat, let me know. Let me know how y'all feel about these things that I'm talking about. Am I in Crazy Town? Do I need Ozzy to scream all aboard? You know what I'm saying? And then somebody, you know what I'm saying, play something like doom doom, doom doom, doom doom, doom doom. Do I need that? Probably not. I hope not, at least.
The Jason music.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of love and hate what Leon Rose did with the roster. I love it and I hate it at the same time.
Tell me the things you love, man.
So I love the fact that the Knicks double down on developing the kids.
Mhm.
They double down on it. And for
From a
those that,
roster standpoint, but
from a roster standpoint, right,
from the scheme, might be a
right,
little bit different.
right. And I was gonna get into
Mhm.
that. I love the fact that they didn't bring in a guy to block anybody because Dante DiVincenzo can be a starter or the 10th player, right? Right now, since the depth is not what we think it is, he's probably the third guy off the bench. Him, Hart, and Quickly will probably enter together, depending on if Grimes is in foul trouble or if Brunson is tired, depending on. But those are the first three guys off the bench, period. And then it'll be Hartenstein, right?
Mhm.
Where I where my consternation is player 9 through 18 are all guys that you could basically pick up in a Kmart parking lot.
It's
Yeah.
hard. I mean, like I see exactly what you're mentioning, like in terms of their skill set or things they can actually do. I think did you mention the guys that we cut
Yeah.
earlier?
I didn't get in depth. I'm not
Right.
in depth with anything, so I did an overview.
Yeah.
Um my
I think we have two more slots left. I think I'll be absolutely real with you. We do nepotism over here in the Knicks organization, so I think
yeah,
leaving
so
time
we
for
have
the team.
four left. We have two roster spots and two ways,
Right. So
right?
I think well then I think Jacob's gonna get a two way. To be absolutely honest, I think he's gonna get a two way from me. The other guys that are here, it's kind of funny. The other guys that are here are kind of just copycats of what we already have on this roster. 6'4", 6'5" guy.
Right. It's
So it
because Tibbs is a chubby chaser, bro.
Tibbs is Tibbs is obsessed with guys that can fight over screens instead of guys that can close distances and close gaps with God given ability. He's much more about effort than God given ability. And granted, we kind of seen we kind of brought guys to here that had God given ability, but not the
Right.
effort. We don't have the marriage of the two. We always get
Right.
Cam Reddishes and Kevin
Right.
Knox.
Right.
Knoxes. I think that kind of ruined it for Tibbs. Freezie. Those guys. Tibbs is like, oh my God, these 6'8" guys, they don't try hard enough. So I'm just gonna not ever get another 6'8" wing ever again.
Yep. And it's because it's harder to maintain. First of all, to get a 6'8" elite athlete is tougher than it is to get a 6'3" elite athlete.
Yep.
Right.
There's just more of those guys.
Right. And so for all the old heads out there, I'm gonna say this, and y'all are gonna be like, "Man, Uncle Freezie, you crazy." But it's harder to find a Harold Carmichael than it is a Randy Moss. Right? Randy Moss, 6'4", 210, blazing fast, jump out the gym, great hands. Harold Carmichael, 6'8", 225, blazing fast, jump out of the gym, great hands. But in the NFL, you don't often see a 6'6" receiver, let alone a Harold Carmichael at 6'8". You know what I'm saying?
They're
And for
six
those
six.
that
They're usually slow,
slow,
and
yep,
they turn them into tight ends.
yeah, and they turn them into tight ends, yeah, yeah, and so what it is, what I'm getting at with the thing with Tibbs is, I know Tibbs knows more about basketball than I probably know about myself,
Probably
right?
forgot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tibbs is a basketball man, right?
But his biases.
but and his preferences.
Yeah.
His biases and his preferences are concerning to a point that the everyday fan can see the blind spots and predict the outcome before the outcome happens. And then when the outcome happens, the hot seat is unreasonably hot because their Knicks fans are like, Tibbs, we told you. So when Tibbs lose 8 in a row or 7 in a row, whatever the number is, when the team loses 6 in a row and looks terrible, and the seat in the coach's seat is unreasonably hot. It's not unreasonably hot because Knicks fans are unrational. It's because they predicted this already and knew this was going to happen.
I think the thing that you kind of even point out to how he likes his rosters constructed and how he likes specific guys to play, it's kind of why he's always struggled in the playoffs because in the regular season his guys will play harder or
Right.
he'll maximize to a certain point. But in the postseason, everybody's playing hard.
Right.
Now, when you get to the postseason, you see whose hired guns are better
Right.
while they're playing hard.
Right.
So when you get to the postseason, it's like depth goes out the window because rotations are cut short.
Right.
Who has the best guns to the
And
gunfight?
right. And you can't sneak up on. And it's not like the regular season when Denver plays Boston, Brooklyn, Knicks 3 out of 4 nights, where if you're on that second night, you can kind of sneak a weak game plan in there and beat somebody. Nah, these teams have 2 whole days to look at tape in a win or go home scenario.
And then after about game 3, after like midway through game 3, they just know what you're going to do before you do it. And
At
now
that
it's
point
just
is
who's executing at that point.
right. Yep. Exactly right. It's will versus skill. See, a skill in the first 2 games. I'm sorry, skill in the first 2 games. After the games 3 through 7, or however the outcome will be, it's about will. Because you already know what they're going to run. Because they've been running their best plays since day one.
Well,
Because it's the playoffs.
I'll say this, Reezy. I'd say it's the reverse because after game 2 at 2.5, the more skilled team, the more talented team will win out when they can execute. Like you could do whatever you want with Mitch Robinson. He's never gonna be as skilled as Jokic. He's
Nah,
never gonna
no,
pose those problems.
no.
So when we get down to it, it's just like the skill factor and the skill gap, and then we're talking about the physical gaps as well.
Right,
It, it's a combination of the two that can be
right.
overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming. Now, to a positive, what
Mhm.
I've seen, and I went back and watched that Boston game again, bro. I went back and watched that Boston game again. But for any Grimes fan that says the coaching staff isn't giving Grimes a fair chance, y'all have lost it. Y'all are on fantasy island. The Knicks
Free,
ran so much away motion to get defenders out of the way so Grimes can take it to the hole. They ran so many different things for Grimes. They even slowed the pace. They slowed stuff down. They were even, you could see on offense, they were signaling to Grimes what's coming so that he can eat, right? Grimes is just a shooter, bro.
he, I'm keep it real with you. When you going against guys like Drew Holiday and Derek White,
And Peyton
oh,
Pritchard.
yep, and let's call a spade a spade. If you get us a switch on him, Jason Tatum is no slouch. Jalen Brown is no slouch.
No.
So he can't even turn the corner on those guys. Like JJ, I know you love you some Grimes, but if you think Grimes' ceiling is higher or whatever, a player with a higher ceiling is not going to take 13 shots and 12 shots at threes. There's a reason why he took that many threes. Making them be damned. There is
Right.
no diversification in his game.
Right.
He's
Right.
not taking a guy off the dribble to get to his mid range.
No.
He's not doing that against plus defenders.
And so they ran the Kyrie Irving play. They ran the Kyrie Irving play when Kyrie starts under the rim, right? And the dude on the box screens for him. Kyrie comes all the way back around. A guy screens at the elbow for him. He catches the ball at the top of the key to penetrate the paint to get
Go
whatever he wants.
downhill. Yeah.
Right. So
And
they ran that. They ran that for Grimes, right? And the thing about it is this. Everybody knows that's the Kyrie play, right? Everybody know that. Now, the key is, what's coming, try to stop it, right? But the key is, if you jump out at the elbow, Kyrie Irving's handle is crafty enough where he could snap off the play and create a shot for himself and others.
Regardless of who's guarding him.
Right. But when Peyton Pritchard sees the play and it's Grimes, he goes to the spot where Grimes is going to be. Grimes gets up 3/4 of the way there and backs it up, picks up his dribble, and looks to pass the ball around the perimeter. And now it's like people are like, yo, they won't give Grimes shots. No, the play was set up for Grimes.
Grimes is afraid to dribble.
Yeah. The play was set up for Grimes to penetrate the paint, either throw up a floater, throw a lob to Mitch, kick it out to the corner, but he didn't get to that part. He got 3/4 of the way there, and he didn't have the handle to break off the play and create something in the midst of chaos for himself and others. And there is no harm in that. Everybody is not Kyrie. Everybody's not Ja. Everybody is not Anthony Edwards. Everybody's not Zach LaVine. There's no harm in that. What Quentin Grimes is a shooter that won't shoot. Right?
I'll say he will shoot depending on who's on the court.
Okay.
But our offense isn't set up for him to be that. Like, it's kind of strange because I'll be absolutely honest with you, Freezie. Tibbs doesn't go out his way to feature him when we have our big guns out there. And in limited amounts of times that he does get the ball, he's not assertive. So it's like a domino effect. Like when you go a whole game and you only taking 2 or 3 shots, a lot of that is on you, and some of it is on coaching.
I think it's all on the player, right? Because think about this: when Mitch grabs an offensive rebound, when Mitch catches the ball in his spots, guess what he do?
He go right up.
You ain't got to tell Mitch Robinson to shoot. He not looking to pass. When RJ Barrett come off that curl, who you think RJ Barrett looking for? His own shot.
His shot or the lob. That's it.
Right. Yeah. Ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, when we say, "Hey, salute, bro, salute."
Can y'all hear me?
We say, yeah.
Loud and clear.
What's good, bro?
How y'all doing? I'm sorry. Y'all continue.
Oh yeah, no doubt. What I'm saying is in that game that Brunson shot 3 for 12, they were running plays for Grimes during that stretch where Brunson was getting jump shot looks and he wasn't knocking them down. Now, that's no indictment on Brunson. Brunson's gonna knock those shots down. They just didn't go that night.
He's gonna get going later.
Eventually. Yeah. He's not a bad player. But they ran about 3 or 4 times I saw where Grimes was featured and he couldn't, man. Okay, for people that's thinking Grimes is going to miraculously turn into SGA, he not, man. What he is a really good shooter with high defensive upside, and that'll be great for us. Right, but if we think Grimes is going to average 27 points a game, even 20 points a game, even 18 points a game, I think we're misleading ourselves because Grimes is not that guy that's going to, when stuff break down, put the ball on the floor, snap somebody's ankles, and then create
a nice shot, get a good look against at least a good defender.
Nah, he ain't going to do that.
Because as soon as he turned the corner and he seen Drew Holiday or any of their guards or wings, his first option in his mind is, okay, Either I gotta pass it or I'm gonna take this long through.
Yeah.
I'm not
And,
gonna be able to create anything in the mid range or at the rim against a defender like this.
right.
So I need it. It's a hot potato.
Did you see do you remember the play where Drew Holiday saw the play and he beat Grimes to the spot and reached and jabbed at Grimes and went to another man?
Mhm.
I think he went back to Brunson. He jabbed at Grimes and went back to Brunson, and Grimes picked up the basketball.
Just gave up a live dribble for no. And you are a guard in the league. You don't give up a live dribble as a guard unless you're making a decision to actually shoot or make a quick pass or something. It's like sometimes you see the hesitancy, and
Right.
I want to be absolutely honest. I feel like a little bit of it is on Tibbs because he's afraid to make mistakes, which is fine. Like I understand that Tibbs doesn't want guys to give turnovers or live ball turnovers,
Right.
but at some
Yo,
point you got to be assertive. Salute, TSK.
Yep.
I talk good. My bad about that. Phone acting funny. Wild
You good?
situation. I wanted to know: is we nitpicky right now?
You asking a question? Or are you saying something?
I am.
Okay.
I don't consider it nitpicky.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Well, if we dissect it and we playing doctor, right? Or was it operate? If we playing operation with the team, and it's the preseason, don't you think that's being a little nitpicky?
No, you didn't hear the whole conversation, man.
Probably.
Yeah. You didn't hear that. You didn't. Yeah, you
Probably.
didn't hear. Yeah, you didn't hear it all. The thing is, okay. So the thing is we're absolutely not being nitpicky, right? What we're saying is we need to be realistic of what we expect from Quentin Grimes. Well, for people that think Grimes is going to all of a sudden be John Morant, he's not going to be John Morant, bro.
There's
For
nothing wrong.
people that's thinking that he's going to be SGA, he's never going to be SGA.
Like there's nothing wrong with being Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with Grimes being Grimes.
But
you know what I'm saying? And
so,
if it sounds like we're being a hater because Grimes is not the type of guard that can turn corners and dunk on a crowd, then maybe the conversation is not about Grimes. It's about what an unrealistic Knicks fan expects from every player that we get. Maybe we're dealing with a Knicks fan that overrates every player that we get.
can I interject?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, anybody expected him to be SGA or who was the other person that you mentioned?
Just anybody outside of Grimes. Just pick somebody.
Well, no, specifically you mentioned Grimes, and people expected him to be SGA or some other person that you mentioned previously.
A 20-point per game guy, just
which is possible, but the way they mentioned that it needs to happen is like, first of all, let that person develop and be himself. If he's not
Right.
showing flashes of that a particular type of athleticism, or like he's already inconsistent with his shot, his best quality is defense. So you gotta put things in perspective. You could always fathom these ideas and make them up in your head, but we all got to deal with reality at some point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I live in reality, man. When I look at Grimes, he is not SGA. He's probably like he got a good, decent shot. I think he rushes his shot a little bit too much because he'd be a little too fast on it. But the form is fire. Everything about his game is fire. I just think he's moving too fast. The game hasn't slowed down for him yet. Once it starts to slow down for him, he'll probably produce a little more because he has every quality to be a contributing basketball player.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
But to pretend that he's going to be SGA and all these these are fallacies and just hypothetical
we're going too far.
And I say it all the time, and I've been saying it. And sometimes I got to step back because I'm tired of saying it, right? That the too far is too far. You just got to meet a person where they at, and if they exceed your expectations, be happy that they did that. But we gotta if a dude is out this atmosphere, then you treat him like that. But if a dude ain't that, then you can't act like he's gonna get out this atmosphere. You gotta slow our roll.
Right. Yeah. The thing is the point that I'm making about Grimes is when we say Tom Thibodeau this preseason didn't run stuff for Quentin Grimes, that's
It's not true.
absolutely false. He ran so much stuff for Grimes and Deuce McBride that those guys were getting tired on the floor. You can tell those guys' legs. Those dudes were so tired of being the featured guy, and I don't mean mentally tired. I mean physically exhausted from carrying the load throughout the game. Right.
In
My
the
thing is,
preseason, though,
huh?
in the preseason, though, Unc,
Yeah, in the
because what you're
preseason.
saying is, how many games did we play in the preseason? 3?
4.
Right.
All right. And I watched 3 of them. I didn't watch the 4 of them, right? And they really featured in what, 2.5 of the games?
Right. Right.
So if you getting tired in 2 games, what was you doing all summer? You don't need all these.
Oh,
I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm just gonna call it like I see it, right? If What was you doing all summer to get better at your profession when you return? You got whether it was 2 or 3 months off. We already know the season is 6 to 8 months, whatever, after COVID or whatever. But what was these dudes doing? Why are you coming back and in the first game you playing, you exhausted because he's featuring you? You first of all, you know you're not gonna play a lot in the regular season, so you should be looking forward to this opportunity. You shouldn't be looking at it like a task
but
or
that's not what kind of time. That's not what kind of time I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I'm talking about
you said
I'm
physical.
talking. No. I'm talking about like say you slept all night, man, and then you wake up and you go to the mailbox, right? And then somebody pit bull get loose and chase you down the block, right? When you get your fat ass down the block, bro, you're gonna be tired. It don't matter if you slept all night. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying in a sense like that. I'm not talking about in a sense where these guys are worn down and fatigued and things like that. What I'm saying is your neighbor Pitbull chase you down the block, man. Maybe he chased you 2 blocks. You run 2 blocks, man. You get to the end of them 2 streets. You're gonna be like, damn, I don't know why they be letting that dog out. But you slept all night. You shouldn't be tired, right? Nah, it's not the same thing. What I'm saying
But
is in game in these games, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where it's harder to be a feature. Being a superstar is not easy. Being a star player is not easy. There are so many different things you gotta do, and you can tell that these guys were kind of tired during the
but
game because they would not. Man, Miles,
I'm
excuse me,
not
Miles McBride took
I'm
18
not
shots
pushing
in the game.
sorry, I'm not pushing back on that being a superstar is hard. We know. Being a superstar in the NBA, you're required to bring it every single night, right? So I agree with that premise. But it's the preseason. So these dudes should know, like baseball player, they relief guys, right? They're not gonna
Right,
push their main guys 100% in preseason games until
right,
maybe the third or fourth game, right? Realistically, if we thinking about it in a sports, just how you would run a team, you're not gonna push your guys in the first couple preseason games. You're gonna push them closer to the season so they could
right.
get acclimated to running up and down or whatever the case may be, or however a person want to look at it. What I'm saying is that if these cats, McBride ain't about to get a bunch of minutes this year. So you
Okay,
got to look forward. He should have been prepared to run 48 minutes in 2 games. Come on. You getting your
right.
number call and you begging for your number to call, and other people are begging for your number to be called, but you're not preparing for your number to be called. We can't make excuses for that, man.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I think they were prepared because there was a and smoke. I think because when I say that, bro, when I say that in the mindset that Grimes and McBride did a lot of great things this offseason. Right.
Hopefully, in our
They did a
mind, we
lot of
hope that, but we don't know specifically if they was in Paris, you know, NIGs in France. We don't know what they was doing. You know, we don't know specifically if they was enjoying a summer or if they was actually putting the work in to get better. And if y'all
right.
complaining about it, obviously they wasn't, because if they look fatigued, then most of the summer
No,
probably just
we're
went
not
to
complaining
party.
though. So we not. So
No,
yeah. So I'm not. I'm
but
not
you
complaining.
mentioned,
I'm pointing.
I
out
don't
some
mean.
stuff.
I mean, you mentioned it that they fatigue looked like as it was a problem. So this means that in the regular season it's going to be a problem and it's going to be brought up again, right?
No.
This is how I look at it, me
No.
specifically.
No. That's the opposite of that. What I'm saying is they were featured and it was something new. But I'm gonna tell you something right now here today. If the season starts, say game 30, and we're featuring Deuce McBride, the season over. You feel me? If we out here, if we featuring Deuce McBride to see, you know what I'm
If
saying?
Deuce McBride takes 18 shots
I
every
already,
game,
Yeah. The
I
season,
already
that
know
means,
that.
yeah,
if Deuce McBride take 8 shots in any
yeah.
Unless the game plan works for him to get that many shots and then it's just his night, right? But it's like he could take over one night. It's basketball. You know what I'm saying? Any random player could take over one night and have a great night. That
You mean
contributes.
Jeremy Lin style? I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, it's basketball, so you
Right.
can contribute on any night. That's not the problem. The
Terrence
problem
Mann
is that
style.
you become the main focus where you got to contribute every night when we know these dudes don't do it. You just said these dudes had 3-4 months off and played preseason games and looked tired. You
No,
said that. I
not
didn't make that.
but not in there. But I think where you missing me at is they look tired in the new role that they were in the star role. Now, if they
I
were
don't
just
think
playing,
that's the first time Grimes got that role though. Grimes have been featured before.
yeah, I'm not for sure. I can't put my finger. Maybe so. I can't remember exactly when. But what I will say though is, oh boy, here we go. We got a trouble.
So hold on. Hold on, Freezie. Is we giving players a clean slate every year that they every new year, every new season? We just giving them a clean slate and we forget what they did in the previous year. Is that how we playing it?
Yeah. Hold on for a split second. I got you.
All right.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you've got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you.
Yo.
Smoke, get my boy's birth name out of your mouth. Smoke, my man.
You sound like you're in that taxi cab you always in, bro. You alright?
Damn, let me take this headset off. I got a brand new headset. I probably don't look.
No,
you sound like you're an Uber. You sound like you're an Uber tiny XL right now, bro. Like what the hell?
I'm an Uber X. I'm an Uber XL.
No, it's Uber. It's not Uber. It's Uber XX.
Yeah. Whereas that headset, man, it might be. It
might need to go back to the other one.
Yeah, it's 1980s ish, bro. It sounded like it sounded like. Where's no lie? It sounded like you were asking me if I wanted to king size my combo. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect.
Like
you my guy. I love you, bro.
It sounded like you were talking on the left side of the speaker when we were trying to make a cassette tape. I swear to God, like, and you sound like those 7 fishermen that went under the sea and didn't make it. I swear to God.
No.
Oh wow. Wow.
The Titanic.
He sound underwater. He sounded like he was underwater.
Oh man.
I lost my AirPods, my official AirPods.
I swear to God, you was dropping off a ferry just now. I swear to God.
Yo, man. How you been smoked? Ain't seen you in a while, Cap.
Same
California.
crap, different toilet. You know what time it is,
Girls
right?
at a
Much respect,
party.
though. Much love. Yo,
Nah,
I gotta
you
come.
too.
I gotta come to your first take, though, man.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
This
Here
is
we
the
go.
first
My
preseason. The first preseason that Tibbs has not ran his starters the majority of every game.
Right.
So Deuce has been. This is the third one Deuce has been to. And did you think that these guys are planning to walk in there and go, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get 40 minutes a game"? So, and also, I don't know if you ever play high level, Freezie. For those of us who've played a little high level ball, when your number is called and you're the man, that pulse rate is going. That pulse rate is
Wiz, you
going.
gotta stop. You never played no high level ball.
But hold on, Wiz. I think Tibbs is.
I'm sorry, Freezie. I'm just keeping it real with Wiz. I'm sorry, Freezie.
I'll
You
say
never
this.
played no.
For me,
I'm
football
sorry,
and
Freezie.
soccer. Football and
People
soccer, not
just
basketball.
making these broad. Look, now he's a soccer player, right? See, when you call people out, they start exposing
I played as a four-sport kid. As a four-sport
I can tell from your body shape you never played no high level ball, man. Stop it.
What?
Cut it.
You have no idea who you're talking to, son. I played 4 sports in college level, varsity. I also competitive.
So you played volleyball, soccer, baseball, and what else? Volleyball, soccer,
baseball. I don't do baseball and volleyball. Football, soccer, basketball, and I swam for my college team for the freshman year.
You swam?
Then
you could,
man, yo, and then I
breathe in the water. You could breathe underwater.
Smoking Nick, you're forgetting he's a Marine.
I'm Jamaican, I'm Jamaican.
He was a Marine. You know what kind of shape you got to be in to be a Marine?
Exactly. Man, I lived in the water, man. The water is like care to me. But anyway, like I said, when you get called and you're the man and you're not used to being the man, your pulse rate is going so fast, your heart's beating so fast that you fatigue faster. It's just a natural occurrence.
It's a natural thing, bro. It was a new thing for him. That's all I'm saying. And Wiz, let me hold on, Smoke. Let me ask Wiz. Wiz, did you or did you not notice that the Knicks coaching staff had a plan going into the preseason to save the starters and feature the young guys off the bench and have them in prominent roles? Did you see that or did you not?
I saw that. However, the Boston game, the second game, I think that was a strategy because I think Tibbs was like, you pulled your starters so our guys couldn't really get ready. I'm stick for tat. And then that was a little strategy.
It was a back-to-back too.
And
then back-to-back as well.
But
why would you do that and then you had a week off before the season started?
I think Boston played it the way they played it, and Tibbs was like, you know what, you're not gonna get a chance to see what my guys look like against you and get you guys ready.
But Freezie, remember we had the Celtics. We had the Celtics game on a Tuesday, and then the Wizards game on a Wednesday. So they just set our starters out the first game, and then they played them on the second game.
Yeah,
but you still got players recovering from. Hold on, you still got players recovering from injury, right? You got Julius Randle still reacclimated or surgery, injury, surgery, same shit. Excuse my friend, same stuff. But as well as that, you want to get you see, y'all say all the time, y'all want these young players to develop and acclimate and all these things. And then when they get all these minutes, y'all so hard on them, harsh to them. These is the moments y'all want. These are the times that they're gonna get the minutes because they're not gonna get them in the regular season.
So Smoke, you think we are criticizing the young players?
No, I think
you think I'm criticizing the young players.
No. I don't think you doing anything, right? What I'm saying is, in general, they don't even need criticism because they're not going to be a factor in what our season develops into. And most of y'all know this. We're just talking about things because we need to have the conversation, which is not a problem. But what I'm saying is it's not even a real conversation because Deuce ain't gonna play like that. We know Deuce ain't gonna play like that. So pretending that Deuce was tired in the preseason is a fallacy. It's a false
that ain't pretend. I think that's a straw man argument, man. That's like a soft landing.
Play like that. I'm not straw man.
Yeah,
I'm not struggling.
I get it. I get it. All of us are Iron Man. What I'm saying is my point about Deuce being tired is not a criticism of Deuce, whether he conditioned in the offseason or whatever that is. What I'm saying to you is, and to the chat, what I'm saying to everybody is that the coaching staff put these two guys in a spot to see if they can break out and take their thing to the next level. Right. And Deuce did it, and Deuce looked great in some spots during some games, and he looked poor in other spots in other games. And Grimes did the same thing. Grimes looked great shooting the basketball, but he didn't look great. He looked mid. Trying to be a playmaker facilitator. Right. The thing about both is our expectation was not for them to come out and look like the next budding star. Our expectation was to see what they look like when given the opportunity to excel. When given the opportunity to excel, what will they look like? This is what I'm saying. And so if you go by, the whole thing of what would they look like, if you go by what would they look like when given the opportunity to excel, they look good at the things that we know they were good at. But the experimental things, they look like they were still experimenting with them, right? So it's not a criticism. It's not we trying to throw the kids away, or it's not we trying to bash them backhanded. It's
that's not what I'm saying.
No, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
You really can't tell in 1 or 2 games, huh? That's all I'm saying. You really can't tell in these quick little, even in the 4 games, you really can't tell what they're gonna be unless you consistently for 15 to 20 to 30 to 35 games show that Grimes and McBride is going to be the leaders of the team, and you're going to give them the ball consistently and see what they could do. That's how you're going to see what they can do. You can't tell in a 148-minute game how a dude's career going to go. That's not even realistic. You got to give a dude a season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons. We all know this. So to pretend that just because they gave him a role in the preseason, that's going to be his role in the regular season. That is not.
That's not what. Yeah, that's not what. That's not what I said. That's fake. That's fake. What you just said. I never said that.
No, that's not fake. What I just said.
It's absolutely fake. What you just said. I never said that. I said the coaching staff gave them the opportunity to be in that role to see what happens. I never said that this is going to be parlayed to something in the regular season.
But hold on,
anybody in the chat heard?
Why would they give them the role why would they give them the role in the preseason if it can't manifest in the regular season? Huh?
Right. It's because you want to give them the chance to see. Because our consternation has always been we don't give these young guys chances. So you give them chances and an opportunity where the chance presents itself. Right.
Okay.
And they look good at some stuff. And they didn't look so good at other stuff. But we're not about to take minutes away from Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett and all those guys just to give those guys 15 to 20 minutes. Nah, but the opportunity presented itself, and that's what they did.
And my only point is that I'm not that they didn't deserve the opportunities. My point is that they're probably getting the opportunity so they could be a little more stronger in the regular season. Not because when you already have a proven commodity, right? You don't exhaust your commodity. You already know it's a proven commodity. When you need it, it's going to work, right? So you build up the other commodity when you know you have proven commodity. In our aspect, we have Julius, we got Brunson, and RJ's on his way, right? So if you're trying to build up another commodity that you respect and you like, you're trying to build up Grimes and you're trying to build up McBride. So I think that's the only aspect that I would look at it from if I was a coach. Let's build up these commodities so we need them in a sensible way. Then we could use them sparing,
Right. So that's what we split at. That's the reason why I think our arguments are rubbing up against each other. And it's because I'm saying the coaching staff game plan to give these guys a shot. And I think you are saying that you do this, you give them these opportunities to help them grow so they could parlay it into the regular season.
Correct.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the coaching staff gave them the opportunity in the preseason. That's it. Right.
I don't.
Now,
I don't
what their future looks like, we
who are
don't
they
know because the season
usurping?
hadn't started.
Sorry. My point is, who are they usurping? Like, even if they got these opportunities in the preseason, right, to do what they do, and they scored 50 and 60, who are they usurping in the regular season? Grimes.
Hold on. I'll answer it for you, TSK.
Hold on. Let me preface it and let me finish. Right.
Okay. I got you. Go ahead.
Uh, Grimes is not getting over DiVincenzo if he starts, or if Grimes starts because the defense is better. We understand why. But McBride is not going over Brunson. So even if he does spectacular, right, he still has to sit on that bench and warm that mug until it's his position. So just getting opportunity ain't
Or he
enough.
becomes trade bait.
So again?
Yeah.
Or he becomes trade bait.
That's true. But I like his defense. I don't think he's trade bait at this particular point.
No,
but
I don't think so either.
I understand. But go ahead, Dre. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say TSK. I'll put it like this: they're giving him opportunities. For instance, like they will give him a pin down so he can go downhill and create. Now, if he does it 2 or 3 times in the preseason and it looks good, it might be a wrinkle we throw into our offense to diversify it so it doesn't look as stagnant and it's not just 3 guys trying to do the same thing over and over.
Right.
Like this is like the preseason is where you allow younger guys to freestyle and ad lib and try things. And then you add that to what you're gonna do in the regular season because you already know from your main guys what you're gonna get.
Right.
But you're adding
Believe,
to that. For instance, TSK. In the preseason, what's his name off the Warriors?
You don't have to explain to me, bro. Do you believe that Tom Thibodeau is playing these guys to add wrinkles to his system? Yes or no?
Any logical sound coach is
Yes or no? No, I don't want to hear a whole.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So you believe that when Thibodeau usually sticks to what works, you believe he's going to add wrinkles when he's not known for adding wrinkles.
Well, this is the thing. He adds wrinkles at the beginning of the seasons, and then he takes things away as it gets further along.
Whatever
if he's open-minded at the beginning of the season, and as the season begins to crunch, he starts taking things away.
Yeah,
right.
But for instance,
is that good coaching or bad coaching?
I'm with Smoker on that one, man. My thing ultimately, like I think we all agree here. Like for one, we can't speak to what's going to happen in December because December ain't here yet. It's preseason, right? So two, like what Dre mentioned, I think all 4 of us agree in the chat too. Tibbs tests stuff early, and whatever he don't like, you will never see it again.
Correct.
Right, but in order for him to get there, he got to try it. In order for him to make that decision, he got to try. And to the point that Wiz was making when he first jumped on, right? Tom Thibodeau is trying stuff in this preseason, which makes us understand and appreciate the fact that the coaching staff is trying new stuff. I think all of us in the back of our minds think that Tom Thibodeau knows that he was outcoached by Eric Spoelstra. I think even if we don't say it, I think we all know the Knicks feel like Tibbs was outcoached by Spoelstra. So in order to prevent that from happening again, you got to go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying?
You coming back with the same thing, you're just gonna lose the same way.
You're just gonna lose the same way.
Can I ask a question? Has anybody brought up that we lost on a Jalen Brunson turnover? See, we always come from the height, but we never talk about the lows. We got to talk about, as well as we talk about people efficiencies, right? We got to talk about their deficiencies, right? People always just want to talk about one side of everything. We always got to.
But Smoke on that scenario.
But that's completely omitting the first 47 minutes.
I'm omitting facts now.
No, you're omitting the first 47 minutes of the game.
Right.
Because we don't even get there without Brunson.
If you listen to the statement, I said, let's admit their efficiencies and their deficiencies. So it's called yin and yang, pros and cons. So how am I omitting? You
Smoke, man. I don't
gotta.
know if I know I'm
It's
getting that from
key
you,
though.
Smoke.
You're talking.
I
Talking
don't
to me.
think
Just remember
I
who
don't
you
think
talking. Just remember
hold
you
on.
talking.
Yeah, okay, real quick, Smoke.
I don't think Brunson is. I don't think anyone with some sense views Brunson as this perfect,
Actually,
infallible player.
Freezie called Obi missing the
Oh,
foul
that's
shot
not.
that's costing the
Hold
game.
on, hold on, because I want to deal
Freezie,
with both.
Hey, wait,
I'm sorry.
now, hey, hold on, hey, let Wiz, let Wiz
Deal
get
with
some.
both.
We'll get some.
real quick.
Go ahead,
I'm
Wiz.
just
We'll get
saying,
some.
Freezie pointed out when Obi choked on the foul shots, that was a turning point for the game.
Right.
Smoke, you're saying we should admit that Brunson turned over the ball because he was looking for Randall instead of giving it to a wide open Hart.
Or
Josh
he should have
Hart
not.
cost the game. I'm saying Tape's overall scheme cost
Oh,
the
God.
series. And that game, that was some microcosm of what the series was like, where Tibbs was not adjusting the way Spoelstra was doing. So I still gotta look back at the overall picture of, is that
I
one
think.
play it costs us the game? It costs us that moment, but it didn't cost us the game or the series.
Well, that moment cost us the game, and that the fact that that player didn't make a good decision, it's easy to blame the coach, right? But
No,
I'm
no.
pretty. Hold on. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure the coach didn't tell him to dribble towards the baseline, underneath the basket, make a pivot move with nothing to do, right? I'm pretty sure the coach didn't coach him to do that, right? That was the decision that he chose to make. But if you want to fall back on 10, I'll allow it, right? Because this is the game that we play. We have these conversations. We want to blame it on one person because
It's
uh,
not blame.
no, whatever you want to call it, we blame it on one person because we want to idolize the next, and it is what it is, and we just abolish
I
all the
blame RJ and Randall for that game. RJ and
yeah,
Randall went
let me
3 for
finish before
3 for
you
20 that game.
all I'm
I
saying
blame
is
RJ and
that
Randall that game.
Okay.
And Grimes.
cost
RJ
us that
Randall and
game.
Grimes
Wasn't
cost.
Hey, Wiz, can
it
I amend your
wasn't
thing
it
about?
wasn't none of those other players. It was actually Brunson that cost us that game, but
Okay.
everybody else caught the stray. I'm just keeping it real, bro.
Well, I'm gonna just say this real quick. Wiz, the turning point that you mentioned. I mentioned more stuff than that though. I mentioned it wasn't just Obi free throw. It was the fact that Obi did his thing, and then the Heat came down the floor with a 1 point lead with Jacob Martin wide open for three. Josh Hart decided to rebound,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then Jacob Martin hit that three, and now it's a 4 point game. Like that stretch right there put the Knicks behind the 8 ball, and we stayed there until the guy that went their point guard, the dude that signed with the Lakers, flagrant foul Jalen Brunson, and then that's what got us back into the game. What I mentioned is a turning point. I didn't say, I'm not implying that he lost the game. I'm saying if Obi makes that free throw and Josh Hart defends instead of instinctually going for a rebound, right? If he defends and he misses, the Knicks can come down the floor and make a shot and have a 1 point lead.
But
Right.
why
And
did
then
I did use the phrase turning point,
hold on.
Freezy. I said turning
Why
point.
did he defend? He
no,
defended
I know.
because
I heard you. I heard you.
he doesn't trust Obi free throws. He knows as a teammate he's not going to make both of the free throws, so he has to defend to get the rebound quicker than he thinks about getting down the court. That's why that three was available, as you just described, right?
And
So
right. And so
you
the
got
thing
to
I was
hold
saying to
all
Wiz
these players
is
accountable.
Wiz, I didn't say that you didn't say turning point, because you absolutely did. That's the reason why I said turning point again, to highlight the
Right.
point that you made. Right. My thing was those two things together is
Uh-huh.
what I was mentioning. But
Okay.
Yeah,
you only mentioned one part
contributor.
of it.
Okay, good
Yeah.
point. Okay. So but Smoke, that game 6, man, somebody put up 41 points,
It
was
don't
14
matter
of
if they put up
22, and
61
8 or 9
points.
from
Did
free
we
throws.
lose or did we win? With
My man,
you
I'm
want to
just
talk
saying that.
about the points? I don't care about that. I care about the
No,
outcome. I don't
I
care
know, but I'm
about the
just saying that
stats
the
stuff.
reason
Now,
why
you
people
know
don't
Wiz,
people
Wiz, why you even coming at me like you don't know
no,
why?
No, Smoke. I'm saying the reason why people don't bring up that turnover is because he carried us. I mean, when you talk about Randall carrying us,
It don't matter if you
he
carried us.
dragged us that game.
If you carried us and caused us to lose, you was the reason we lost. I don't know, man. You make excuses.
Dre, but you know what, though? Dre, you know what, though? Just real quick, everybody.
Come on, man.
Just real quick, Dre. You know what the Knicks coaching staff did in the offseason? So the Knicks in the offseason, instead like what Smoke mentioned, that play right there was an Achilles heel for us. It wasn't an Achilles heel just on that play. There had been a rock and not shoot throughout the playoffs, right? Cleveland was doing it to us. Miami was doing it to us. When Jalen Brunson dribbles to one side of the floor, then you trap it. You trap it and then put somebody at the elbow to play center field, right? Mm-hmm. So what the Knicks coaching staff did, which lets you know that they saw the same things that we saw. They automatically install Zoom sets, right? So as soon as Brunson goes to that corner and they look to trap, the Knicks are zooming out of that set, right? So they can get a dunk at the rim or a wide open three-pointer in the opposite corner. Mm-hmm. That has been installed. And so for people that have no idea what I'm talking about, right? Quentin Grimes hit 7 threes in a game off that action.
But that's in the preseason. Is he going to do that in the regular season? And in the playoffs,
we don't know.
He Zoom set it like you saying, right?
No, he did not know.
No, that never happened.
No, he did not do that in the playoffs.
We were stagnant in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Our offense was completely.
Jalen Brunson on the last play of our season runs straight to underneath the basket, tries to pivot, and then realizes that nobody's moving, right? Because we have a stagnant offense that people don't come to the basketball, right? That don't mean you got to physically come to the. Hold on, can I
get to it? Whose fault is that we have a stagnant offense? Let me know.
Hold on. Of course, it's the coach's.
Okay.
So that's not the player's fault that he knew that most of his teammates don't move around and he's going to run immediately under the basket, expecting them to do something different that they normally do all the time. Cut it out.
So would you have liked him to just isolate from 35 feet and just take a three-pointer?
No, what I would have liked was for him to call a pick and roll or some type of diversion play.
They were trapping. They were trapping all alone.
No, stop it. You're making excuses.
They were trapping.
They were trapping.
They started trapping. As a matter of fact, and if y'all remember, the Indiana Pacers set the blueprint for us. Remember the game we lost to Indiana on a Friday night? We were like, yo, we're gonna win 50 games. And we were at 47 wins and we had 3 games left, right? And in that we were at 46 wins and we had 3 games left. Right. And so Indiana trapped us on the wing. We wound up beating them, right? But then they showed something. The Pelicans came in and did the same thing. Even though Grimes scored 28 points, they were trapping in the wings, right? That Sunday, Indiana came back with with tanking, with a lot of their personnel on the bench and still beat us.
Mm-hmm. But what it really is, it's not
us. Hold on, Smoke. Hold on. You already said that, you were talking about the offense from last year. What I'm saying is the first time you saw the Knicks on the floor this preseason, they ran that Zoom set. So as soon as the guard went to that thing and the defense looked like they wanted to trap, we were already in zone. We were already running the Zoom set for Grimes to come around to catch the ball on the run on a dribble handoff from a wing play headed to the rim. Mm-hmm. So the adjustment is made already. The team, our coaching staff saw it, right? They made the adjustment over the summer. As soon as the team showed it, they went straight to that. And then the Knicks wound up getting out of that and they backed out of trapping us on the wing. So we could keep talking about the Jalen Brunson thing. And in my mind, it goes all the way back to Cleveland when Cleveland was trapped. We could talk about all of that stuff, but the coaching staff already made the adjustment. I want to give the players some credit for executing. Deuce McBride did an excellent job.
What I want to ask you is, if the adjustment was made, right? If the adjustment was made, and you're saying you've seen the adjustment, this year. From
You saw it too. If you saw the preseason game, you saw it too.
I watched three preseason games.
So you saw it then.
Physically, I watched two preseason games physically. I watched one uh highlights or whatever, but I didn't see the fourth one or the first one. But what I'm saying is, if they've made the adjustment, why does our offense still look stagnant? Why does the movement not look as fluid as it should look? And why does it look like we still missing Mike Woodson?
Because it's new, and there's gonna be kinks in it. Like you're not gonna you're not gonna you're not gonna insert new plays. And you're gonna run it perfectly. Like for instance, if you watch like the Denver Nuggets play, they have particular sets in their offense that they ran for the last 4 or 5 years.
You gotta stop, Dre.
No, let me
Because
finish.
Yeah,
Let me finish.
That's a recency bias, though. They're not the best.
No, just let me finish. Yes,
They just won. So now you're talking about them because they win.
But their offense was good
to
for the
run
last
nothing.
4
We
years.
have the same personnel that they have, so we don't need to do nothing that they doing. We need to respect what we have. I'm sorry.
And
Man,
I'm finished.
let me hear.
Hold on, real quick.
Lonely,
So something was said that was false. The offense is not stagnant, right? So
It's
that's false.
No, the offense is stagnant, is what I said.
No, the offense is not stagnant.
It's not stagnant. It's not stagnant.
No, the offense ain't stagnant.
Not stagnant.
Yeah, the offense ain't stagnant. We got wide open shots this preseason, bro. Wide open shots that we missed. That's not a stagnant offense. That's players not knocking down shots. Right. And so I'm just gonna say this just really quick. So in the 4 preseason games, we scored 114, 112, 110, and 106. That's not the sign of a stagnant offense. A stagnant offense is 94, 89, right? 91. You get what I'm saying? It's not stagnant.
We lose one of those games by like 30 points.
Yeah, but okay.
We just gonna skip over that part.
You mean the defense scored giving up that many points?
Oh man, I lost him.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm gonna have to blast him back on the Brunson take, because I don't think anyone denies or didn't point out Brunson's miscue. I don't think anyone didn't say that. I will, but I'm gonna come back with that and go, because we had one guy go 14 for 22, and we had 3 guys go 5 for 40. I don't know who
on good looks, by the way. On good looks.
Exactly. It's like 3 for 14 was 3 for 14, 1 for 10, or maybe it's 5. Maybe it was 5 for 30, right? So 3 guys went 5 for 30, and 1 guy went 40 for 22. And he goes, that guy went 40 for 22 because of the game.
But the thing I don't get is, I love TSK, but how many times have we lost the game and he goes, but Randall had 30, so you can't blame him.
Exactly.
But Brunson was carrying us the entire playoffs.
That's what I was calling him out on that. I said, you can't say that.
You can't possibly
play
it both ways.
But the point of movement, though, because I think, even to a certain extent, I mean, obviously, Freezie, says, but Dre, we actually do kind of say, I'm part of it, that the offense is stagnant, but I don't really use stagnant. I just say predictable, and it's not varied enough. It's not creative enough for me in this spot of the NBA, because there are too many obvious.
So what should you add, Wes? What should you add?
Well, I mean, I do need more cuts, man. I just need more cuts.
What type of cuts are you talking about?
I'm talking about, cross court. I just can't see guys standing in the corner and waiting there. And those guys have to move across the backcourt and move across diagonally. I know that we got guys like Randall and RJ and Mitch in the middle there, so crisscrossing that court is tough for a Grimes or even an Obi, and obviously
you got. Just be specific. Tell us what you Tell us exactly what you want instead because this sounds nebulous to me.
Okay.
Right? Tell me exactly what you want in the offense.
Bear back 1 second.
I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I want Golden State's offense. I think we have weapons.
But what out of Golden State doesn't have a offense per se. Everybody's playbook is not one sheet deep. Everybody's playbook is like 600 pages, bro. So I mean, what are you talking about in Golden State's playbook?
I'm talking about the ball movement and the play and player movement. I'm talking about just a consistent ball movement.
How though? What type of movement are you talking about?
I know it's. I mean, I know it's going to be difficult, and the turnover is going to be high. And Tibbs would lose his mind because of the possibility of a high turnover rate.
And my second question is if you get Golden State's playbook, are you going to have the personnel to run Golden State's offense like Golden State runs it?
Well, believe it or not, I actually believe we have 4 guys who can play those roles. Right. I think Brunson, Grimes, IQ, and now Dante, and to a certain extent, if he gets his confidence up, Deuce can actually play the Clay.
What if I told you that the Knicks were running part of that in the preseason?
Actually, I agree. I agree.
They run the Knicks ran everything you want to run. They experimented so much. I didn't believe what I was looking at. Right. So they ran the elevator play, the Steph Curry play, where Steph Curry starts on one side of the floor and 2 dudes are standing side by side and Steph Curry runs in between them. And then the 2 dudes get shoulder to shoulder before the defender can get through. That's the elevator play. The Knicks run that. They ran the zone play off the wing where you see your small forward and power forward set up in 2 separate spots with your guard deep in the corner, right? And then somebody comes to them and comes towards them, and the guard comes around both of those guys. The small forward drops into the deep corner. The power forward sets another screen and heads towards the rim. They ran that. They ran that to death. They ran that so much that Peyton Pritchard was calling out the play.
True.
Right?
Okay.
What I'm getting at is what I want to find out is, are you saying Golden State's play because you want to see more 3-pointers? Do you want to see more cross passes? Do you want to attack from different angles? I'm trying to figure out what a Knicks fan wants to see compared to what they saw in the preseason.
Two aspects. I do want to see more cross-court passes. I do think our passes are too conservative, and it's a reflection of our coach. Right. It's a reflection of our coach. I mean, he's very, I mean, like, you really like errors, mistakes, turnovers is so adverse to that. That actually drives him nuts. He's losing his hair because of that, or maybe he lost his hair because of that, right? And so I'm surprised he got facial hair. I'm surprised he's not pulled out and tried to go that Barrett out.
Right.
So that would be my number one. I do want to see some cross-court passes.
So what players on the Knicks roster do you trust to throw passes through traffic on time? I'm just asking, man. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
I trust Brunson.
I'm just trying to get a picture for what I'm talking about.
I trust Brunson, of course. iHeart, of course.
Okay.
I think IQ has the vision to do that. He just doesn't know. I mean, when he's not thinking about himself only. Believe it or not, I think Randall can and RJ can, but I think there's still too much into first thought is getting their own, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But if we become a little bit, and I don't want to use the word unselfish because I think we have selfish players.
Maybe RJ, but Randall did not take a lot of shots in the preseason. So if you're saying Randall took a lot of shots, then that might not be an accurate statement.
Yeah, Randall was easing himself into
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about last season. So the preseason is showing me
what I wanted. He's talking about this season, but now all of a sudden he's talking about last season. Here we go.
Yeah, preseason showing me what I want to see.
The malarkey.
Preseason showing me what I want to see. What I wanted to see last season. So right now, I think we're on the right track if we maintain that same path.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the last
What's the
game is
path?
probably going to have.
Hold on, Wiz, be specific. What path specifically should we take? What path have we taken to that we need to follow? I need specificity. I need specificity.
Freezie
Specify.
just ran down the
No, no,
offensive
no,
scheme
no,
they
no,
ran.
no. I need
The
you to run down. I'm talking
the
about what
creative
Freezy
offensive team.
need
Smoke,
you
let
to
me answer. Let me answer,
specify.
Smoke. Let me
Okay,
answer.
go ahead, Wiz. Go ahead, Wiz.
So I'm not going to repeat what Freezie just said offensively.
No.
I want to see the
I don't
specific.
know. I don't know what Freezy just said. I need
Okay, well, but you should be
give
listening to
me
the chat. I'm not going to.
give it to me.
Let me just.
So Wiz, basically what happens is, and I know you know this already, right? It's like chess, right? There are no new moves or no new offenses under the sun.
Right.
So even if you watch Sacramento and Golden State, or if you watch Sacramento and Denver, and then you watch Golden State and the Knicks, basically what these coaches do is take the plays that work for their personnel.
Right.
Right. They behind closed doors, you don't know what they're practicing. Right. Maybe they tried the Golden State offense, but when you run it with say Brunson and Grimes, it's not going to work because Klay Thompson has a hairpin trigger, right? When he get the open look, he taking it. Grimes,
I know,
is not going to do that.
Right? Grimes is next Klay.
Right. And I'm not knocking Grimes. I'm saying these are two different players. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These are two different type players. Is what I'm getting at. What I'm saying is we are as an organization. I think the approach is we saw what the failure was, right? And now we are. I think during the summer, it looks as if they addressed the failure. It's the reason why Dante DiVincenzo is here. It's the reason why Tibbs is running out a brand new offense and defense, right? Because if y'all noticed, the thing y'all are talking about is all offense, right? Yep. Y'all talking about all offense. But if y'all noticed, I'm going to tell y'all something that y'all hadn't talked about. This new defense, right? This new defense has given up 107, 121, 123, and 131 this preseason.
Yeah.
Right? Those defensive numbers are atrocious. Right? But we're talking about running a brand new offense. In the press conferences, everybody are like, yeah, we need to work on defense and such. Man, the team gave up 41 points to a guy in the preseason.
But
right?
Freezy, that's the problem, right? What I said before I got cut out is like we gave up 131 points. It means that our defense is actually regressing because we think we need more point guard play, but we're not actually addressing our need, which is in the middle, right? Because we know RJ is a tweener, right? He's a shooting guard / small forward, right? And then we just gave up our most athletic point guard, right? That can run fast breaks and catch alley oops and do exciting things for the fans, right? And Obi, right? So, and Randall is more of a bully ball type of player. So, and a face up type of player. So, we're not addressing our issues. We're just pretending and ending and trying to put stitches on a shotgun wound. You know what I'm saying? You can't put stitches on a shotgun wound. You either gotta put a whole patch on it, like a bike patch, or you just gotta let the wound heal on its own. We won't acknowledge our true problems because we just want to live in this fantasy and this fallacy. And I keep saying it, but nobody wants to acknowledge the truth. They just want to say, "Oh no, this is the problem, but this may not be." It's like, yo, can we just acknowledge the truth? Acknowledge it.
TSK, I think you're right. I think you're right, but we're looking at
you know I'm right. You don't think I'm right. You know I'm right.
Okay. Let's say we know you're right. But remember, we look from a fan's point of view. We're doing it with the team we have, not the team we want or need. because the front
But
office is obviously risk
say it
averse,
like
right?
you say that with like I'm not a fan. So
I,
just because
I
I'm an
know.
objective fan, hold on. Just because I'm an objective fan that calls it like I see it, I'm not a fan because I'm not delusional.
I didn't say that. Did I say that you're not a fan? I said that the
I didn't
fans
say
who are
you
making the
said
statements that you're making, that you're talking about, the fans who are making those statements that you say are not admitting the truth and not seeing what's the reality, are cheering for the team because of who we have and they're accepting what we are right now and going, what can we do with what we have? Can we make lemonade on
the
lemons, right?
delusional fan lives in hypothesis.
And you may be
Is
right.
that what,
However,
I may be right, or am I right?
we were one game away from the ECF last year with a flawed team, with a flawed lineup.
Two
Yeah,
games away.
two games away. Yeah,
Okay, two
Two.
games away, but
you're assuming that we were going to win in the
you
Garden.
knew we
I
were going
got
to
you.
win. Exactly. I count that as
Yeah.
a victory. We
Okay.
were going to win that, okay? So 2 games away or 2 points away from, basically one basket away if we had gotten that pass to Randall or to Hart or something. One turnover away from possibly winning that game and going home to the Garden to take ourselves to the ECF, to the ECF, right? I think that what we look at is we were shocked we were so good last year performance wise, 4-7 games, losing games we should have won, losing games with 31 seconds left and up by 9 in Dallas and losing that game. So we could have easily been a 50-win game last year. So that's why I'm always this Freezie about the 60-win prediction, even though I think it's cray-cray.
Wait,
but I don't diss him.
you gotta stop this. You gotta stop this because what y'all doubters do is try to put yourselves in the place of the people that didn't doubt, right? Some people said we was gonna win 50 games. Some people said we was gonna win 30 games.
I called 50 last year, by the way.
Hold on, stop it. I'm not done. We are not equivalent, right? We are not equal, right? If you didn't believe and then you came on later, you're not equal to the people that believe from the beginning. So y'all gotta stop this. Y'all gotta stop.
I called 50 games last year, by the way. I called 50 games last year before the season started.
All right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that little mistletoe, right? You may have called 50 games last year, but you're not a believer, my God.
Oh,
right?
man. Who are you, Deion Sanders? Yo, dude.
No.
I'm a believer in that we can win regular games.
I didn't call you Deion. I didn't call you Deion, but if that's how you want to.
I'm not calling you Deion. You're not a believer. You got to believe. Deion, that's Deion been saying with Colorado Buffalo. You don't believe. You don't believe. You don't believe, do you? I believe that this team is a strong.
You are the flip flopper in Knicks history. I listen. Just because I don't pop
on, serious? My goodness!
I am serious.
Bring the receipts, boss. Bring the receipts.
Hold on. First of all,
the only time I criticize the Knicks are 3 places.
I got receipts of you doing F
I've
shit.
Criticized Tibbs. I've criticized RJ, and I've actually dismissed some. Yo, my man, Freezie, you have the receipts, man. I've been on the side of the Knicks.
Looking for somebody to save you.
You're on the side of what? I didn't.
Don't save him, Freezie. Let me speak.
I'm talking about what are we on the side of? I'm just trying to get a.
Because I'm trying to explain to him that he was not a believer, right? He was on the side of doubting because he wanted to play both sides of the fence, and now all of a sudden that we
doubting.
He wants to say,
Smoke. I've never doubted this team.
We got you on tape, bro. We can go back.
Stop it, Smoke.
We can go to every Freezie show and watch you deny
I
that.
doubted Randall. I never doubted the team. I doubted Tibbs. I never doubted the team.
Stop it.
Smoke. Stop it, Smoke. Come on, man. Let's talk reality. Wake up. You're smoking too much. Yo, I've never doubted.
Hey, so Wiz, let me ask you this. I gotta ask y'all a question that's been concerning to me, right? So how do y'all feel about Obi Toppin being gone?
I feel nothing.
Wiz, how you feel about Obi being gone, bro?
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
I'm challenged by the fact that we don't have a truly athletic, wing player. However, I understand the dynamic of what the DiVincenzo can bring to us. I understand the possibility, but and because also he was being limited in what he was able to, get off. And to a certain extent, he may not have been the guy that I think he is. He may not be. So that's why I'm still torn. That I'd love to see him, to see more of Obi and what he could have done for us. And I would love to see a athletic wing like that on our team. But at the same time, I think DiVincenzo has something, or has shown in the past he has something that will slightly improve our chances of what Obi is going to give to us again. And he was disgruntled. He was behind an all-star, all NBA guy, and was disgruntled. He's going to play 10, 15 minutes a game, where rightfully so, because Randall is that. Randall is all that. So, but I really wanted to keep him, but I didn't want to keep him on the circumstances we had him. And I would make that deal again to get, DiVincenzo instead of him right now for the way, Tibbs want his team to be. We need a shooting. We need a more consistent, confident shooting. We need that higher IQ player. But we do need athletic, longer wings because I think we're going to feel it against Orlando and long teams like that.
Okay. All right. Chat, how y'all feel about Obi? How y'all feel about Obi not being here?
I'm more so disappointed that we wasted that draft pick than
Are you
Obi
done?
not being.
Yeah. So Smoke, how you feeling? How you feeling about Obi not being here?
To be honest, no harm, no foul, right? He wasn't contributing as much as he needed to contribute, right? He was supposed to be uber athletic. That uber athleticism wasn't showing up on the rebound as much as we needed it, on the defense as much as we needed it. So he needed to move along, right? My problem with the move is that we didn't have an immediate replacement. So the premise or the idea is that one of our mainstays is going to play more minutes, right? Whether it's, I think it's RJ that's going to play the more minutes. You know what I mean? But what I think,
Josh Hart playing
I
at
think
backup.
Josh. I think Josh Hart. Yeah.
y'all
Okay,
delusional.
either way,
See, this is the delusion that we be having, right? Because y'all think Josh Hart, Josh Hart is not. This is where we always get into the arguments because y'all don't see stuff for exactly what they are, right?
We didn't say he
And
deserves to be it. I said
I don't
he
see.
will
First
get
of
it.
all,
We didn't say he deserves to
first
get
of all,
it.
I didn't. First of all, when you was talking, I didn't even say anything.
You cut off everyone while they were talking over there.
I really don't care. But when he was speaking, I didn't say anything, right?
All right, go ahead, boss.
I could cut you off, big dog, because you won't be saying nothing either. But I could, but I'm trying to be nice to y'all.
Wrap it up, bro. Let's go.
What's the point though? We got you. What's the
All
point?
right,
What
my
you getting?
bad. I'm stretching it. But what I'm saying is this: that I don't trust half these players. I trust Randall, Brunson, and sometimes RJ. Everybody else is skeptical. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I see it, and I'm gonna end it at that. Dre, you go ahead.
I don't feel anything about Obi not being here. I'm more upset that we could have used that draft pick on someone else that fit. Or like if you knew you were gonna invest in Randall or let Randall get his chance to be who he is, be a good player, a great player, then you just don't take Obi. Man, I don't know what they were doing with that. Or you move off of Obi before now. You get him gone after his rookie year or his second year. But I hope he thrives. Hope he gets his money too. Hope he gets paid. I don't. He's literally doing the same things here that he's doing. The same things over there that he's doing here. Leak outs and shooting at corner threes. That's it. Like he doesn't really add that much. Only thing he's gonna do is get more time. So It's gonna like his numbers are gonna look good on paper, but he's not that impactful of a player in my mind. So
If the athleticism would have added up defensively, he would still be a Knick.
I can agree with that.
I would say that my thing with Obi is I think a lot of us miss Obi not for what he actually gave us, but our dreams of what he could have been. Right? Like when we saw Obi, we saw, the modern NBA player leading us to a championship. And this dude, he had everything. He was nice with the media. He wore a chic number. He could jump out of the gym.
It's from New York.
He's from New York. All the things. So our things about Obi, the outlier stuff outweighed the on-court production.
Sound like bias.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And you know what? As fans, we get like that sometimes.
And you want your draft pick to do well, like,
and you want your you want to show up to the draft and do good, right? But Smoke, even right now for the Indiana Pacers, you know what Obi Toppin is? 9.7 points and 5 rebounds. Tell me if that sounds familiar.
I knew that already, I knew he wasn't going to do no more because even if you give him he doesn't defend. So when you don't defend, you're not going to earn the minutes that you deserve when you don't defend. That athleticism doesn't translate defensively. So regardless if you run, regardless if you can run offensively and you're leaking out, which he was doing, what we would call babysitting. If we was in the park, right? He's not defending. He's babysitting. So when somebody miss, he can run and leak out and get an easy point. So he looked like he's doing a lot. You're not doing a lot. You're not defending.
Right.
Jarris Walker's going to take that spot from you.
He's only playing half the game. And when you're only playing half the game, your number gets called and people see you for who you are, bro. Let's not pretend.
Right.
Come on. Can we stop pretending?
I was going to say, like, he had 6 field goals tonight, Freezie. 4 of them were dunks. 1 was a corner 3, and 1 was a layup. Like
the classic Obi game.
He looked better with them. He looked better with them or us.
He looks the same. It's just their system is going to
make
him.
That's not what the question. Who he looked better with? You say he looked the same. Who he looked better with was the question.
The same.
See, you're not answering the question, bro.
He doesn't look better. If I think he looks the same, then how can I say he looks better?
You gaslight right now.
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecutor is leading the witness.
Yeah, he got.
You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think. You want me to lie and say he looks better? I don't think he looks better.
Gaslight. Because he's not answering. He looks better. Or I don't.
He fits better.
He's trying to play both sides.
Looks the same, but he fits better with them.
Oh, he fits better with them. Yeah, see, both of y'all gaslight. Y'all full of it, bro.
I'm not gaslighting. If I say if it's my opinion that he looks the same,
what you're saying is actually cap, right? And because most people won't call it cap, that ain't my problem. I'll call you because
I literally think he looks the same.
I don't think so.
West Coast Nick said Obi was out there running wide receiver routes tonight at the game.
Literally, he had 3 leak out dunks and 1 dunk that was from Tyrese Halliburton, and then he hit a corner 3, and then he hit a layup. Like, what is that? Not what Obi did here?
That sounds the same to me.
It was baby. He was doing a lot of baby
this dude reminds me of a very young Cedric Ceballos. You remember him, Wiz?
Oh yes.
You remember Cedric Ceballos?
Yeah.
Well, you was like, yo, what does he do offensively? He ain't got hand. What does he do? And then when you watch a Lakers game, you're like, this dude don't. All the scoring is Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones, right? And then but
don't
when
forget
you look at
Bloody.
the box score,
Don't forget Bloody.
Points. Yeah,
but I'm saying though, like TSK, you saw his highlights tonight, right?
I don't need to know his highlights. I watch his game, bro.
Well, I literally just summed up.
Y'all stop for recency bias. I suffer
That's
from
not.
history, right? Y'all suffer from recency bias. I suffer from history,
It's
right?
not y'all. It's not y'all. It's
No, I'm
yeah.
sorry. I
That's
speak holistically, Freezy. I apologize about that, but that's just how I see it, and
yeah.
I'm not going to apologize
Yeah.
for
I'm
it,
just
right?
because
Look,
even
y'all
though
talk.
everybody like the panel is usually loaded with smart guys, and I tend to agree or disagree or soak in a lot of what you guys say, but I still come with my own opinions though. You
I
know what I'm saying? I'm
agree.
still gonna make
Agree.
up my you know what I'm saying? So no matter how smart the people are, I'm still gonna take in all that information and just
And
process it on my
it's
own.
not a belittling process. I'm not even arguing intellectual or intellect with dudes because it's not even a point. Half of these points that's being made are facetious anyway. But that's not even the point. The point is we arguing about tit for tat, bro. Like Obi was a bum with the Knicks. He gonna be a bum with Indiana. When he out the league in 2 years, then they're gonna be like he's a bum, right? And then it's gonna be like, oh right? Then it's gonna be something when. But come on, bro. If you can only
But
see at
to your point though, say you're absolutely right, right? Say in 2 years, what you just said right now, say you're absolutely right, right? My feeling on Obi wouldn't have changed because ultimately I thought Obi was going to be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. So
Mm,
even if you're absolutely right in 2 years on what you said, you know what I'm saying? I can dap you up and say, hey man, Smoke, you was
but
absolutely right. But it
Freezy,
wouldn't
you
change
right.
my feeling on the fact that when we drafted Obi, I felt like he was going to be part of the solution.
I thought he was gonna be a part of the solution too because I thought his athleticism would translate defensively. But when I realized that he didn't want to grab rebounds like that and he didn't want to play no defense, even though he wants to leak out offensively and show his athleticism on offense, because that athleticism would translate both ways if he was willing, right? But he's not willing, so this is why he's not a Nick anymore. But we're still making excuses for him. He looks the same, or this, that, and the third. When
We're
we
not making
know
excuses. He is an Indiana Pacer to me.
it's excuse,
Anybody
it's a
else in here don't see him as a Pacer?
no.
Hey man, I'm like too
I'm not
low.
saying you specifically. What I'm saying is people like Dre and Wiz, right, is making excuses for him because
what
he
excuse
looks
did I make for him?
Nah,
well.
he ain't
First
making
of
an
all,
excuse.
I just said he looks the
Yo,
same. I don't
Yeah, he
you
looked the
wanted
understand.
to let
same.
you
Yeah,
wanted to let me.
he said the same thing. Yeah,
Can I finish my statement before you respond?
not if it's false. Yeah, I mean, if you gonna accuse, yeah,
Not
if you
false.
say
They
something,
compared Obi to playing like for the Knicks like he was playing for the Pacers. That's not true. They talking about preseason games. How about he get no regular season games because he ain't even earned his spot off the bench in the regular season? What they gonna say?
good
He
point.
looked the same. Come
No, no,
on, man.
no. You're not.
The
You're not
season not.
understanding what I'm
Oh,
saying.
what you mean? I'm not understanding, bro. I'm understanding clearly.
no, you're
No,
not
let me.
smoke.
No, you're
Yo,
not.
smoke.
Listen,
Okay.
listen. He
Okay.
literally scored in the same ways that he would score here. Like he did. He didn't do anything. He didn't add anything to his bag. He
So
didn't cross somebody over
does
and take a
that
mid-range
dictate his
jumper.
rotation? Does that dictate his rotation in the regular season? Because
No,
you
we ain't
watch
made it there yet.
preseason
No,
games,
we ain't made
so
it there
you
yet.
make you're making assumptions about what his regular season is going to be like. So
No, he never
your
said that. No, he
no
never
no
said
that
No.
that. He said no, he
no
never
that's
said that. He said
exactly
right
what
now
he
Obi look
did
the same.
because jumping ahead,
Nobody said that.
the season ain't even over to know what he
Right.
truly
Nobody
looks
said he
like.
was gonna be great in the
Hold on,
regular season.
hold on, Preseason. The season
Nobody
ain't
said
Nah,
he was
just
gonna look
nobody
great.
said
hold
nobody
on. No,
said
the
that Obi
season is
was
not
gone.
even over to
Nah,
know what he looks
no,
like.
no, we
Hold
not
on.
holding on. We're
The
not gonna
season's
hold
not
on
even
for
Smoke.
over to see what he
no, we're
look
not
like
gonna hold on for Cap
being
because
a
my man's all
Pacer.
he said
You
was
say he
as of right now
represented
he looked the
what he looked
same.
like with the Knicks over the Indiana Pacers. That's a
Right.
fallacy.
So
That's a
far he looked the
fallacy what he
same.
just said.
So
He
far he
don't
looked
look
the
the same
same.
because we haven't seen the regular season.
Right. And I'm telling you, so far he looked exactly the same. So far, you can't go by the regular season stuff. It's not it's mad premature to say what Obi's gonna look like in the regular season
But that's
when we not
exactly
even
what
in the
Dre
regular
just
season.
said. He looked
No,
like
he
how he's
didn't. No,
playing
he
for the
didn't.
Knicks. That's exactly
No, he
what he
didn't.
said.
Dre said
You
he
asked
scored the
me.
bat.
So
Dre
so
said he
so
scored the
That's
basketball the
exactly
same ways he scored
that's
with the
exactly
Knicks. He
what he
scored on
said.
three. Right. So if you
So you're
understand
asking
that,
a
then why
question in
are you
bad
saying
faith.
something
Then
different?
you asking bad faith questions. Then
How am I asking a bad faith question?
That right there is a bad faith question.
because like you
It's a
asking me,
trap
how, you
question.
asking me how Obi
Yeah.
looks, and then you're gonna ask, and then I say he looks the same, and then you're gonna say, how do I know he looks? Then don't ask the question if you don't think there's a real
So
answer
first
to
of
it.
all, you haven't even seen the culminative effect of what he would look like for the Pacers to make a
Okay.
real
So
hope.
why even ask the
We're
question?
going off 2 or 3 games of the preseason to say this is what he looks like. Just because
Yo,
they're
Then
Smoke.
running.
why did you
Yo,
ask
Smoke.
the
How does
question?
Grimes look
Well,
right
first
now?
of all, you brought it. Y'all brought it up. The premise that he was looking
Yeah.
the same as he was playing for the Knicks, and then I
Right.
asked
And he
the
does.
question. Right. So
Right.
don't
But
pretend
if
to
you
ask
didn't,
the question.
if you didn't see the preseason game,
I
how you gonna
pushed
tell me
back
about
on the
my opinion?
question.
Right. So I understand where my man is coming from. Right. When I hear Smoke say it a different way, I think I understand where Smoke coming from, and I think I'm inclined to agree. But at the same time, the body of evidence is not big enough, and we can't project it forward what he'll look like down the road. All we
That's what
can
I'm
go by
saying.
is what we say. All we can go by is what we saw in the preseason. And in the preseason, he's scoring the basketball just like he did with the Knicks. And no post up moves, right? No mid range.
No
You
creating
know what
for
I'm saying?
anyone
No
else, just
taking
leaking
people off
out.
the dribble. He
So
is all 3 pointers and dunks.
are we sure that he's going to get the same minutes he was getting with the Knicks, even though he wasn't getting all the minutes all the time? He was definitely getting opportunity. We're not even sure if they're going to play him like this. So to come up to a conclusion that he's playing the same way with the Knicks that he's going to play with Indiana is a fallacy. It's
Nobody said that.
false. No,
Nobody said
Dre
that.
said it. This
No, he
is what
didn't.
Dre said.
No,
I'm
he didn't.
addressing what he said.
No, he
This is
didn't.
exactly what he said
Dre
out his
didn't. No,
mouth.
Dre didn't. Dre did not say that.
That's
That's
exactly what he
false.
said.
Yeah, no, you making up stuff. Now you
I'm
making up
not
stuff.
making. I wouldn't
You
lie.
Yeah,
asked
you
me.
did
I
because
You
would
because
not
asked
Dre
lie.
me.
said
I
Dre
would
Said
not
said
lie.
show
that
what he looked.
man. See, because
Not lie.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's how we know you making it up. Because when Dre said he looked the same, you also argued on that. Right? So you
Because
argued when he
how
said
could
he looked the
because
same,
how could he
and
look the
now you
same if the
arguing when he
season
said
hasn't? My point was how could he look the same if the season hasn't
you
persisted?
arguing every time Dre say something, you argue. Dre
That's not.
said Obi might get his minutes taken by Jarius Walker, right? And then you also said that Obi might not even get these minutes. So basically, in theory, y'all agree. But you argued that. But
But I
you
wasn't
argued
talking.
that.
I wasn't talking about Jarius Walker. I was talking about the fact that Obi might not look like what they think he looked like. That's
Right.
my point.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking to Jarius Walker. I don't know about Jarius Walker to argue about what he do and what he
But
don't
that's
do.
what Dre said. Dre said the reason he may co-signing your point, the reason why he may not get those minutes is because of Jarris Walker. So y'all on the same page, but you argued
On
that.
that on that argument, maybe.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, the thing with Obi is we don't have evidence of what he can do in a regular season with the Indiana Pacers yet because the season hasn't started.
All we
I
can
think
do
we
is
all
infer
agree to
with
that.
data that we have.
Dr. Smoke, define what
Hey,
a bomb.
where's you in the wind tunnel, man?
I know
Man.
Hey,
he always dropping the cap pair off. You know what I mean? When you always working and stuff. You know,
I'm trying to do headset. Let me get another one. Let me get another one. Third headset. Okay, I got two headsets.
you gotta stop his car and pull into that parking lot, bro. You gotta tell him you need a hamburger or something.
Yo, Smoke.
There you go.
Define what a bomb is.
I could barely hear you, bro. Your cap pair talking in the background.
Wiz too. When you ask Smoke this question, you got to give that man time to respond, bro. If you ask him a question, you know what I'm saying, we can't come in and be cutting Smoke off before he can answer.
All right, Smoke.
No,
What
ask
was
the
the
question
question?
again.
He said define what a bum is.
Define what a bum is.
He said Obi's a bum.
Obi's a bum.
Define it. Yeah, what do you mean? Like,
Somebody that shows up
give me a comparison.
well, So what you want? You want me to define it or give you a comparison? Or you want both?
Both. Give me both. Both.
Right. So I figured you wanted both, right? A bum is somebody that shows up some of the times, right? Right? When you need them in the biggest moments, in the highest trajectory, they're nowhere to be found, right? Like in our playoff situation, when we needed Obi and them to show up, where was he? Nowhere to be found. He started making negative plays, stuff like that. That's the bum is. Like in the highest moment, you disappear. You're a bum, right? And we talking about on the highest level. Now, what was the other question? What was the what?
Give an example of a bum.
Give me
Name
some
somebody.
comps.
Give an example of a bum.
Knox, Ntilikina.
Nah. I wouldn't even do them like that because not everybody makes it in the NBA. Most people are regular people. But I'm gonna give you a example of a good bum, right? Let's say James Harden in that 2007 finals, right? You know, he become one of the top players coming off the bench in one of the biggest games in his life, and he goes like 1 for 13 or some shit like that. So he's a high priced bum in the biggest moments when you relied upon the most, you can't show up. That's bummy. It doesn't matter if you have skill. If you can't show up at the biggest moments, that's bummy shit. Straight up. Excuse my French.
Hold on,
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Wiz, if you got, do you have your window down? If you got your window down, that air is what's blowing, and got your audio kind of.
No, my AC's going. That's why. Okay.
It's not the AC, bro.
Wow.
He on the
That must be
freeway
that
driving a
Bentley
fare,
AC.
man. I keep telling you, Freeway, tell him to stop the fares, and then we won't have no problem. I'm driving that Uber.
I got my wife's cake, my wife's bacon, and
Now he got
you
his wife.
working? Okay, yeah, you working?
Stop
You working?
blaming
Okay.
your, stop
All
blaming
right,
your
all right.
sister if you love her, Wiz. It's you.
All right. So
all
we
right.
understand what a bum. Go ahead, Dre.
I was gonna say to that definition, if someone's relied upon and they don't come through, they're a bum. I know you're a Julius Randle guy. Julius Randle shoots 34% from the field in the playoffs. Is he a bum?
Well, are we gonna put it? Are we gonna contextualize it, or are we just gonna just?
You can contextualize it however you want.
Oh, I want. I'm gonna contextualize it however I want. So was he not hurt in the playoffs? Does that matter, or does that not matter?
I don't. 34 is 34.
I wouldn't use Julius though. He was hurt.
Randall would not be the
Matter.
first or the
So it,
hold on. Randall would not be the first or the last person to play hurt in the playoffs. How
it
about that?
doesn't. What?
Randall is not the first, nor will he be the last person to play hurt in the playoffs. How about that?
Nobody was the last leading scorer for us to be hurt in the playoffs. We're not talking about everybody else. Are we talking about us?
But I'm talking about your definition of what a bum is.
Yeah.
I don't think Randall's a bum, but by your definition, you're calling Randall a bum. So I can't use that definition.
That's not
I don't think Randall's a bum.
true because I never mentioned.
RJ was 1 for 10 last.
Hold on, first of
game
all,
6 was it?
you're putting words in my mouth, making a premise when I never spoke about injury, right?
But no. You said when a guy's relied upon and he doesn't come through.
I never spoke about injury in that though.
You can't just refute that though.
Yeah,
like,
Dre, that's not fair though, man. The injury thing not fair, bro.
No.
In my opinion, it's not fair. But I understand where Dre coming from.
Hold me to a point where I didn't mention certain things on my mouth, so the things that he's saying I can easily refute. Right? He's talking to somebody with sense. You're not talking to somebody.
I'm saying you can use the injury excuse, but
no, it's not an injury excuse.
No. You can use
Hold on. It's not an excuse. Did he break his ankle or didn't he break his ankle?
He didn't break his ankle.
Did he have his ankle and did he have surgery?
And he had to get
surgery. Did he have surgery or didn't he have surgery?
Yes,
surgery.
right after the
So-
playoffs was over too.
So did he hold himself back to try to contribute to the team? That's called contributing when you know you can't contribute, right? So now you're trying to reverse it when the man was injured and gave you more than he should have gave you, when he should have probably just tapped out and just fucking took his injury, excuse my friend. But
Right.
now you're trying to say that I said that I don't respect that. That's the words you're trying to put in my mouth.
No. I said that if a guy is relied upon and he doesn't come through, he's a bum. That's what you said.
So hold on. So if you hurt yourself and you're physically
Or
unable,
somebody
to come
hurts
through,
you.
I never
you
said
get hurt.
nothing about physically. I said if you relied upon and you don't come through. I never talked about injury. So now you're trying to put words in my mouth.
I didn't put words in your mouth.
This
You
is
just
the
adding.
discrepancy.
You are adding the caveat.
Hey,
of
but
it. I
so,
never
so, Dre,
added
so
it.
Dre, why is the Randall thing important though? Let's get to that. Why is the Randall thing important? Is it
Because
important
he was trying to add words in my mouth.
you feel like
It's important. It's important because he
It's not
changes the
important.
rules for the parameters based on Randall.
So you say I'm moving the goalpost. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
yes.
First of all, how could I move the goalpost when I stated what my criteria was and you created a different one for me? What are you talking about?
Okay.
Good
TSK.
question.
What
Good
are you,
question.
who you talking to, bro?
I got this one. I got this for you. Hold on. When Jalen Brunson was essentially carrying the team, and he made a mistake
When?
at the end of the
When did
game.
this happen? When was he carrying the team? When he got hurt? 30 games out of
No, you're not listening. You're not listening to what he
All
said.
right, my
you just
bad. All
screaming.
right, sorry. All right, I'll listen.
No, I'm talking about in the playoffs when he was carrying us against the Miami Heat. Did that not happen?
You talking about when Julius was hurt?
Yeah, did that not happen when he was carrying us?
When
Yes or no? Was it yes or no?
he did carry us when Julius was hurt. To preface
Okay. So I get and then you're blaming him for the game 6 loss, by the way, right?
who lost Game 6?
If you're trying to say the entire
Who
game,
lost Game 6?
if you are trying to say with a straight face that the entire game came down to the last play of the game, all the other possessions didn't matter at all. All the 100 possessions didn't matter at all.
Yeah, and Freezie, let me get him.
TSK. This would be like saying no. TSK. Let me talk. Let me finish.
The average
TSK. Listen, bro. This would be like saying Randall was the reason we lost the game when he dropped 50 in 3 quarters, but he couldn't hit a shot in the 4th quarter. That's like blaming Randall for us losing.
When we lost our first playoff series against Atlanta, everybody blamed him when RJ didn't do malarkey.
Right. Okay.
But it wasn't based on one play, though, Smoke.
Stop it.
I didn't. Was 14 or 22.
I didn't say we lost the series because of Brunson. I said we lost Game 6 because of Brunson. See,
You
so
wouldn't
now
even have been in that game.
Stop. I'm not done. Y'all making false equivalencies and then trying to absolute them and make complete statements about them, bro. You can talk to idiots like this, but you can't talk to me like this, bro. You gotta talk better than this. Swear to God.
But you're saying this. If we put hold on.
Y'all gotta do better. Y'all not doing good enough. You gotta do better.
If we replace Brunson with the league average point guard in game 6, we get blown out by 25.
Exactly.
So to blame him
for
that loss is
average point guard talking about. Give me a name, Greg.
Smoke. Any other?
Hold on.
League average.
Let me talk to Greg real quick. Who is this league average player? I don't know who you're talking about. Give me a name.
Terry Rozier.
Come on, he would never start on the Knicks. Stop it.
Marcus Smart.
If Jalen Brunson was not on the Knicks, Terry Rozier would be our starting point guard. What are you talking about?
That's cap.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Cap. If Terry Rozier was going to be our starting point guard, we would have got him before we got Brunson, man. Stop making these hypotheticals up in your head, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
Terry Rozier is a league average point guard. I understand what
But
Dre's
that's
saying.
not my point. My point is that
of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't because it was Dre's point.
Right.
It was Dre's point.
He making this
but I understand what Smoke is saying though about Brunson. That last play did look bad.
But there are 100 possessions before that.
I know.
Completely got
I'm
omitted
not
where a
disputing
bunch
that.
of players played terribly.
But I'm not even talking basketball. I'm just talking optics.
Got you.
Right. I'm not even talking about who the personnel why is Evan Fournier not on the floor in the last possession of your season? Right. You know you need a 2 or a 3. Why don't you have your best scorers on the floor instead of having a defender on the floor? Because even if you miss, right, and you have to play defense for 6 seconds, right? Even for 6 seconds, it don't matter because the game is over.
Yeah,
you got it. You needed offense on the floor
to miss and retrieve the ball and make another play. It was about 30 seconds on the clock. He blew that game when he went underneath that basket and didn't have no decision in his mind to make. That game was blown. We was down.
How about the three guys who went 6 for 30?
Josh Hart shouldn't have been on the court in the first place.
Yeah, and Quentin Grimes, because guards play in tandem. Quentin Grimes was tucked away in the corner. That it was impossible. Even if they would have did the hockey assist, it would have been impossible to get Quentin Grimes the basketball. So why is Quentin Grimes in a pseudo zone? Why is he hiding away, tucked away in a nice little cubby hole?
Because he wasn't even ready to shoot that shot. He was just out there as a decoy. It's
right. It was a young player mistake, and young players are gonna make mistakes, bro.
And I'm not mad at Brunson.
Young players are gonna make mistakes.
It was the first time Brunson was really in that situation, semi-leading a team, and in a
who else? You know who else do Smoke? You know who else too? And we give him mad credit, but you know who else was a rookie to the preseason, to the postseason? Josh Hart. That was Josh Hart's first playoff series.
Yep.
Right.
Second.
Second or first time. Yeah, first year being in the playoffs. Let me put it that way.
No, right.
First playoff.
Right. And the problem that I be having is we don't really talk nuance. People just want to talk straight what they thought they saw or what they is, and they don't really want. When they talk nuance, it's malarkey, right? They want to compare stuff that don't mean nothing to stuff that actually relevant, right? So
I just want to compare one thing, Smoke. Okay. I want to compare one thing. I want to compare.
Hey, y'all, listen. Hey, y'all, let Wiz get his. Wiz, go ahead and eat because I know you've been going through a thing. I know you want to diss me about Deuce McBride from 2 hours ago. So go ahead.
I did, but I want to compare 6 for 30 from 3 starters compared to 40 for 22 from Brunson, and say who cost us the game. 6 for 30.
Well, the person that is that a question? Can I respond?
Yes.
Wiz, go ahead. Wiz,
it's more a statement than a question. It's more a statement than a question because I think it's obvious. 6 for 30 cost us the game.
Who went 6 for 30?
Hold on, Smoke. No, go ahead.
Sorry.
You want? Oh, no, I'll answer that question. I'm glad you asked the question.
The real answer.
Who went 6 for 30? Who went 6 for 30? RJ Barrett 1 for 10. Quentin Grimes 1 for 6.
Go ahead, bro.
And Julius Randle 3 for 14. 6 for 30 from our 3 scorers in the starting lineup. Mitch doesn't count as a scorer. 6 for 30 from those.
All right, you said
guys.
that, but what's your point though?
And that's what cost the game. Not that one play at the end of the game. It was those 24 misses by those 3 guys during the game. I cannot look at one play.
I think that could. I agree.
Okay, 24 misses. I just need to shoot 30%. Just shoot 30% is all I ask. 10 for 30.
If they shot 30%, we would have won by 15.
Playoff RJ. Where was playoff RJ that showed up the whole playoff? Where was him?
He went 10%. He shot 10% that game.
He shot 10%. What was that? What was that?
Wiz, I got one
You
even
went
better for
1 for
you.
10.
Since you bringing it, Wiz, since you bringing that up, right? Since you bringing that up, how come Miles McBride didn't do anything in that game? He played.
He played 3 minutes.
What did Deuce McBride do in that game?
As soon as he played, he lost the lead like immediately.
Yep.
Oh,
Now
and
he
then
right.
Hold on.
He right.
Then RJ.
Jalen Brunson went to the bench for like 2 milliseconds.
2 milliseconds.
And the lead legit went from an 8-point lead.
Oh my goodness.
To a 2
and
point.
then you're pretending that RJ didn't go 1 for 10. You said he shot 10%, my man. Stop this. What are we talking about?
Dre, do you remember we thought the Knicks were going to win Game 6? Remember that?
We were up 14 in the first quarter.
They should have won. Freezie. They had a chance to win. We went down 2 points. And your man ran up to the basket and you messing with the basketball.
Right. We could easily say that if it wasn't for Deuce McBride coming out there choking away the lead, that we'd be talking about Knicks in the Eastern Conference.
It was RJ going one. Hold on. It was playoff RJ the whole playoff. He was stepping up. And in the biggest game that we needed, your man went 1 for 10. Nobody talked about it all season. All of a sudden, he carried it RJ. He carried it dry. All of a sudden, stop this malarkey, bro. I'm not going through this.
Might be the reason why we lost.
You're working my damn brother grave. I'm not going through this with y'all this year, bro.
I saw in 3 minutes, Deuce
People
gave up
better
10
start
points.
keeping it real, bro.
Hey, how many shots did that man get up in that pivotal Game 6?
0.
1 for 10. Your man said my man he went 3 for 4. At least he tried. He didn't go 1 for 10.
Right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna make y'all laugh with this, right? Right. Of all the Knicks starters, guess who had the biggest the worst plus minus?
RJ.
Wiz know who has the worst plus minus? Miles McBride.
Miles
McBride.
Oh, it was McBride?
Miles McBride came in, and in 3 minutes, he got a -7. Him and Obi tied at -7 for that game.
I don't know why Tibbs thought it was a good idea to even take one. Like he took Randall, RJ, and Brunson out at the same time.
You gotta understand, Dre, because these other teams have younger, hungrier dudes that's just like playing basketball, and then we have these younger dudes that's sticking to this false scenario that we're the Knicks, so we're just supposed to be better. So they're not really playing. They playing to how did you do last night, Obi? Instead of playing real basketball. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we lose easy ass games.
Wiz, the only reason why I brought that up is because you was getting on smoke about that game. That's the only reason why I brought it up. You know, I love Miles McBride.
He was wrong, Freezie. He was wrong.
I know that. It wasn't. Yeah.
He's wrong.
I'm not with Wiz. I'm not with Wiz on that one.
He's bringing up fallacies. He's bringing up stuff that he doesn't even remember. So he's wrong.
Miles McBride was -7 in 3 minutes. How, bro? That's almost impossible. That's crazy.
No, it's not. If you get 3 hit on you and two twos because you're not defending, and he's out there because he's a defender, right?
Yeah.
The real reason he even getting minutes in them type of situations because if the other players ain't doing nothing, he's gonna get minutes to just give him a little break. But he ain't doing nothing. But we want to advocate for these cats that don't do nothing all the time.
The real issue is he comes in the game and he doesn't know how to orchestrate the offense because he's not really a point guard.
Against a playoff defense, and Tibbs didn't have another scorer out there on the floor with him.
You mean a second round draft pick who has played 3 minutes a game for 2 years?
Oh,
you want to come to a playoff game?
What you just did, you was
also, wait a second. 3 minutes is 6% of the entire game. He played 6%, and you expect him He didn't impact the game for 6% of the game.
No. That's not what we expected, Wiz. And I understand where you're going.
I wanted
Right.
to just
We
hold
don't
the
expect.
fort down.
We
not
just
get
wanted
obliterated.
him. We just want him to not wreck the car, bro. That's it.
Man.
That's it. We didn't expect him to put up
10,
we just 5 and 5 in 3 minutes.
Back.
We just said, "Hey, man, listen, I just need to get me." Y'all have been on a road trip where you done drove 8 hours and you just asked somebody to drive for 30 minutes. Next thing you know, you had a rest stop with a flat tire.
You know why? Because the guy was
8
sleeping.
hours.
He was
And
sleeping
you had
next
to
to you in the
call
car.
17 minutes, and we in a rest stop with a flat tire.
He was sleeping next to you in the car. He was groggy, and you go, "Here, grab the wheel." And you're like, oh, and he's trying to rub his
Why
eyes
he's sleepy,
and be
bro?
like,
Why he's sleepy? He knows he's supposed to be driving.
Wiz, you making excuses for groggy player?
If it don't fit, you must have quit, right?
1 for 10.
Making excuses for
10.
players.
That's all I'm saying.
You're
1 for 10.
making excuses for groggy players. You're making excuses for people that know they shouldn't be in the game, but they have
Canadian bacon.
Hold on.
Sandwich.
So,
Canadian bacon sandwich. That happens.
You call it RJ ham sandwich?
Hold on, big man.
Exactly.
Hold on, big man. So you making it
1 for 10.
You making excuses for players that have semi-skill, don't really need to be in the game, but because the person that you may want in the game can't go tonight, you want to deal with that semi-skill and then make excuses for it? Is that what you're saying?
Number 36 draft pick versus number 3.
Hey, Wiz,
1 for 10.
Wiz, full disclosure, you said 1 for 10. Did you also mention that RJ Barrett was 9 of 10 from the free throw line?
I didn't mention that. No, I forget that.
God.
Forget that part.
So you didn't mention he was 90% from the okay.
Forget that part. Yeah, that doesn't count.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I didn't mention that.
Oh, that doesn't. You heard what he said? It doesn't count. Like that.
Okay. All right.
You're in this nonsense. Why you see why I don't?
Not for my narrative. It doesn't count in my narrative. It doesn't count in my narrative. I got a narrative.
1 for 9, and then he knew saying some malarkey like that was going to set me off. It's like, what are you talking about?
What
yeah,
are you talking
that was. Yeah.
10% from the field.
Hold on. Ain't your mans and them supposed to show up when it matters most? It's Star J Barrett.
That was odd.
Cut it out, man.
My man, Canadian bacon, son.
Yo, bro. More like maple bacon, sweet as hell.
You call that man a number 27? He a number 27 on the menu, bro. You got to look all the way around the corner for him. Nah, man, that's messed up, man. You call that man a number 27? He can't be on the big board. He can't be a number 4.
And please, I'm gonna apologize because I didn't mean to come over here and come aggressive. I can't help myself. When I had a malarkey, bro, I can't help myself. Like
but he's gonna turn the corner this year, though. This is the year RJ gonna turn the corner. This is year 5.
Okay,
he's gonna turn the corner.
So when he don't turn the corner in year 5, are you gonna admit to people that called him a bum in year 2 that you finally see?
Wait a second, you smoke. I called RJ a bum in Duke. I called RJ a bum in high school. Okay.
Wiz, are you saying? Are you trying to tell the panel that you are the best Knicks debater? That nobody can beat you in a debate?
Hell no,
I would never say that. I think that's useful.
I think that's what Wiz is saying. Wiz is trying to let everybody know that he can't be debated. He can't be debated in a debate.
I'm just saying that when RJ was getting drafted, I begged.
With intelligence, sir. Them arguments are super weak.
Yo, smoke.
I'm just saying, smoke. Real intelligence. Some arguments are super weak.
Smoke. I'm just saying that during RJ draft, I was on record. I have receipts about me saying, "Do not draft that man." That's when they should have traded back. Trade back. That number 3 pick. He's not worth number 3. He's like Daniel Jones. He's like Daniel Jones quarterback.
If you said that, if you said that, Wiz, more power to you because I don't remember you saying that. But I will say this. I don't remember you saying that. I will say this though. If you did say that I don't know what made you have any dereliction for this guy. What made you believe in this malarkey?
I never hated him. I just don't like him.
No, I'm not. No hate. But you you advocated for him. So
No way. I never liked RJ. I just don't hate him. I'm not a RJ hater. I just don't like him. I've never advocated for RJ. I always said I don't like him.
We've had this conversation thousands of times already. You've advocated for RJ.
You must be talking about the wrong guys. I don't know how you got that smoke. Everyone calls me RJ hater. They call me a Randall hater and RJ hater. I just said I just don't like them. I don't hate them. I just don't like them. I think Randall's an all-star, superstar, NBA, all-NBA, but I just don't like his game. I think RJ is limited and always has been.
You acting different than you was acting in 2021, my boy.
Oh my goodness. No, not Smoke.
You're not being the same Wiz, bro.
Yo, I'm serious, Smoke. I've never been an RJ fan.
I got my own channel as well. I might not have been on it 6 months, but I know I
Smoke. I've never been an RJ fan. I always call RJ.
I'm gonna say this, TSK. I'm gonna say this. Wiz wanted to like RJ because he's half yardy, but he really never liked
exactly. I never exactly
tried to like him because he was half Jamaican. Stop it. That's cap. He
tried.
He's on record defending this guy, bro. Because y'all might have forgot what happened.
Smoke?
Yo, bro, I'm gonna
go play back. Go pull.
You defended him. And then I'm gonna send it to you specifically.
Look in the chat, TSK. Look in the chat. Look at the screen. Sherwin been here just as long as anyone.
What's in the chat?
look what I highlighted.
He said, "No, he's not. I have been going at him. Wiz is an Obi fan and a Randall hater,
and an RJ hater also.
And no, he's an RJ." Celebrator as well, man. Stop forgetting.
No. Look at the next one. Look at the next one. Look at the next one.
Go back to the show. If y'all don't want to watch the show, don't participate. But I remember.
Put up the next one. Put up the next Sherwin thing.
Okay.
Put up the next Sherwin thing.
But what's the point though? What's the point? What's the point you're getting at?
That I've never been an RJ fan.
Okay.
That's cap.
Never.
That's
never.
Cap.
Never. Sherwin knows it. Sherwin been calling me RJ hater. I'm like, I don't hate him. I just don't like him. I never wanted to draft him. I was like, I'm on the record saying, trade back. I said we could go get 14 and 20. There are two. I think who had two picks? Miami or somebody had 2 picks in the late first draft.
But that's not the correct value for a number 3 pick.
But even though you didn't advocate to draft him, did you advocate against him once we had him?
Oh no! Once we had him, I said let's give him a chance. I did say that. Let's give him a chance.
So
but I don't like him.
Not wrong.
I didn't. But you're making sound like I liked. I was saying give him a chance.
I didn't call you a liar. I said you didn't advocate to get him, but you didn't advocate against him once we got him. I speak specifically, and I thought.
Okay. What I've always said is let's trade him if we can trade him. But I said, but if he's here, let's see what happens this year. That's what I said last year. And last year was my last straw.
So I didn't lie.
No, you didn't lie. If you lie, you made a little bit of superlatives about how I liked him, like I really cheered for him. A little bit too much superlatives about him. I never liked him. I just wanted to give him a chance because he's a Knick. I want to give Knox a chance because he's a Knick, okay? But I just never liked him. That's just not the kind of players I just ever wanted. I'm an athlete. I'm a player.
So you said that, but so what type of players do you want?
That's a great question.
I do like. I want athletes. I like super athletes. I mean, I'm gonna take a super athlete with some skills that an average guy would.
Like Cam Reddish.
Yes, I do like Cam
like Obi,
RJ.
like Obi Toppin.
I do like Cam and RJ. I do like Obi more than RJ. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I admit to that. I'll admit to those.
Okay.
But
you like Obi more than RJ?
I like Obi more than RJ. Yes, I believe in Obi more than RJ. I still think Obi has more.
Oh boy, you called him OJ. You called him OJ. Okay. All right. So
that's how much I don't like him. Freudian slip. How much I don't like him.
Why do you like Obi more than RJ? Wiz? Can I get a minor explanation? Nothing wrong. Not a long.
Okay.
He mentioned it. He mentioned the archetype. He mentioned
yes,
the archetype.
The athletic player with a skill set, and that means Obi's 3-pointer was much better than RJ's 3-point shooting, and Obi was athletic. If Obi could have just gotten his rest of his game together and his aggressiveness together, defensively and on rebounds, those two parts of his game are the parts that I go. Those two things totally got him out of the league.
All
right
flash,
now.
all flash, no substance.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah. And RJ's a hard worker. If Obi worked like RJ did, I think RJ does work harder than Obi. I haven't seen it. I don't know exactly. I can't see the fact, but I think he does. I think RJ's a true gym rat. I think OJ just loves playing basketball.
RJ's plus is that he could get to the rim at will. His negative is that he can't finish, right? So he can always get that opportunity, but finishing the opportunity is a different circumstance, right? You can always get to the lake, but if your fishing pole don't catch no fish, then going to the lake is a waste of time, right? So,
but it's also that he doesn't even look to pass the ball.
But this is the first year in my mind where he's actually like, all right, if I can't get to the lake completely, I'm gonna pull up from the creek. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna throw my line from shore or the pier. Like now he's actually thinking, bro, I don't have to immediately get close to the water to catch the fish. You know what I'm saying? So my knowledge. I'm just saying. I'm just.
I like it. I like it. Now, Alan
I'm
Wise talks trash. Alan Wise always talks trash. Now,
I don't talk trash.
I made a statement the other day, by the way, Freezie. The other day I made a statement about that it looks like the Knicks will lose 20 games against the Eastern Conference teams. And Boulevard and you guys were like, oh, man, you Knick hater. Losing 20 games against the Eastern Conference team can still be a 50-win season.
You hater.
Well, technically, that would be a 62-win
Well,
season.
No.
You got to play the West, too. So.
Right. West is about 20 games, right? So it means we go 42-20 against the Eastern Conference. So we got to go 500 to go 52 wins. So it's still a very good record. But
actually, you play. No. You play 2 games against. You play 2 games against each Western Conference team, so that's about 30 games.
No, but how many games 50 going to lose against the East? What?
We played 30 games against the West.
Yeah.
No, how many games you said we was going to lose against the East?
Okay, so
20.
then I'm going to change it to 15.
20.
15 minimum, probably 20, but 15 minimum.
Here's
why I counted almost 20, because I think against the elite, the top 4 teams in the East, I think we could go 500.
Oh, you scared?
I know. I'm scared. I'm soft, man. I'm scared.
And I don't mean that in a disrespect. I'm talking about scared about the
next
schedule.
Don't preface it, Freezie. He is scared.
No, I got you.
I'm in Cali. I've been in Cali a long time now.
Wiz is my brother, and
Wiz is
my brother, and I love you, dog. You know, when I say that, I'm not being. I don't want to be disrespectful to my brother. I'm saying it in terms of the conversation and context.
I understand. I'm soft. I'm from Hollywood.
Cali neither, because Cali ain't soft. He's soft, man. Stop.
Exactly. No, Hollywood. I'm in Cedar City. I've gone Hollywood. I'm soft over here.
Okay.
Actually, my martial arts students once said to me, "We've never seen a fight in our high school." And I'm like, "What? You punks! Get out of my class!" And then no, I didn't say it, but they're soft over here.
I saw me and Wiz's little sister make a fist at the camera, and I was like, "Yeah, she tough. She tough."
Exactly. She just
for those that don't know, Wiz's little sister is in a martial arts Hall of Fame. Did you say is it a boxing Hall of Fame?
Both. But boxing. She was one WCWA, 115 to 120 weight classes about 4 times.
Okay.
Bernard Hopkins came out of retirement to top her record as the oldest world champion person. She's the oldest female world champion of all time. So yeah, she's in WBA.
That's what's up.
She's a better kickboxer than she's a boxer, though. Even though she's a world champion boxer, her kicking, because she's a dancer initially before she injured her leg.
It's easier to throw legs than it is fists, right?
Right, but her legs are freaks. I mean, she does axe kicking, round kick your head to. You don't see it coming. Except against me,
Man,
I crush
see
her.
it
Oh,
like
Wiz, don't do that. Come on, Wiz. Come on, egomaniac. Come on, egomaniac.
I always
I
tell her
wish
that.
Wiz,
Though. I
can
always
you let
tell her that.
somebody have something, please?
I
he
can't.
want to play. He want to fake humble, bro. When he not really humble like that, bro. This is the things that I can't stand about individuals, right? I'm not
I'm
gonna say
joking,
no
man.
name.
I'm
They
joking.
act
My sister's a world champion. I'm not competing on the world stage, man. She's a world champion.
look.
She's kickboxing,
Salute,
boxing, Korea, China,
nah, salute to his
Argentina,
sister, bro. She a world
Venice.
master. Salute to her, and I hope she keep kicking tail, bro. Tell her salute to
Especially
her 100%.
Pound for
I
pound,
was,
she can beat me. Pound for pound, she can beat me easily.
of course she gonna beat you. You a cab driver. Stop it.
Oh, it's yo,
Beat
I
your
got a martial arts school down here. Next time you come to LA, let me know. I got some gloves for you, okay? You can use
gloves
headgear,
for
mouthpiece, whatever,
not
okay?
not for me, Wiz. I'm too old, man.
Nah,
I
No,
can't do.
for smoke. I'm
Yo,
not smoke.
if your age, no lie, if your age got a speed limit for it, bro, you too old.
No, there's always I always got a round or two left in me for guys like Smoke. So Smoke, when you come down here, I got some gloves for you. I got mouthpiece headgear, everything you need, okay?
You're gonna be disappointed when you roll with me.
Wiz, yeah, Wiz, yeah.
I'm just
Wiz,
saying, I'll be
I didn't,
disappointed.
bro,
I'm in shape. I'm skinny, and I'm not weak.
bro. Wiz, I'm so, bro. Yo, I caught myself jogging around the block, and my neighbor on the corner, who always keeps his dog locked up. I always either walk or jog back there. You know how you try to get exercise. I walked by there. I was like, the gate open? They must be moving. I heard that dog growling, bro. That dog took off after me. I ran all the way down the street. Man, I got to my grass. I just fell over in the grass, bro. And luckily, my dogs were outside. My dogs were, and so scared the dog off, man. But man, I was looking up in the sky and I was like, is this how I'm going to the upper room? I know this ain't how. I thought I was gonna be going to the upper room a different way. You know what I'm saying? I'm laying on the grass, thinking I'm going to the upper room, looking up in the sky, bro.
Oh, that's funny.
Freezie, you thought you was about to get mauled to death?
Yeah, and the dog ain't nothing. The dog ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Is it a Chihuahua?
Nah, he one of them big dogs, but you can't tell the breed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? An all black dog. You don't know if he a German Shepherd or a Lab
right.
or you can't tell what he like.
Rock.
You can't tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man. But yo, gentlemen, I'm not afraid, man. I just realistically though, when you look at the teams, you think we're gonna go 3-1 or 4-0 against the top 4 teams in the East?
Yes.
No.
3-0 or 4? Which one? Both?
Yeah, 3-1 against some and 4-0 against others. What?
No, we probably go 2-3 or 2-4, bro. We're gonna
play 4 games. Right, play 4 games against.
What I would say, we probably start slow and then do what we normally do, acclimate and adjust, and then get better over time.
Okay, so you're saying Freezie because that's why you call it 60-0, right? Because you think we're gonna beat Milwaukee.
No, I never
Boston.
said 60-0. I never said 60-0.
I'm sorry, 60 wins. 60 wins.
Oh, okay.
60 wins.
Okay.
So 60 wins. So you think Boston, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Indiana.
You say them names like they mean something.
Nothing. They don't mean anything. Toronto, Miami. Yeah, those games, those guys don't really count. But we're gonna go 3-1 or 4-0 against those guys, right?
I'm saying 3-1 as a professional courtesy.
Okay.
Who do we lose to?
And then
I don't know. It depends on when we catch them and who's playing, right? Because when I look at other teams' benches, bro, they benches are terrible, bro. What if we catch Milwaukee on a back-to-back and Damian Lillard is sitting out and their starting point guard is Cameron Payne? That's what y'all scared of?
No.
If we're scared of a Milwaukee Bucks team with a backup point guard named Cameron Payne, I'm buying testicles for everybody.
I'll say this. I'll say this. If you playing defense like this, that campaign might look like Dame Wade.
He might look like Jordan Poole, right?
Yeah.
He
But
might
playing
look like
defense like this.
If we giving up 40 to Jordan Poole in one half, what we gonna give up to Cameron Payne?
Without Kuzma too.
Ain't no
And there's
telling
no
if he's gonna feel himself and he gonna think he Chris Paul and then go in and then you know what I mean? And all of a sudden he got 25 assists like he's Scott Skiles or somebody. Like, come on, man.
This is the thing. Like in the NBA, there's talent everywhere, and if you allow certain guys to get confidence, if you let certain guys to get confidence, it could be a long night for any.
It'd be a long night, regardless what the player's name is.
Remember,
but Dre, my only
yeah,
caveat to that is and this is one of the things I think Knicks fans are guilty of. If you say that about 29 other teams, how come we can't say that about the Knicks?
Because only 3 guys on our team are allowed opportunity.
No, but the preface, or I believe the sentiment of the statement that you made is on any given night, any NBA play can get hot and go for a big number.
Right.
So if it's
if
it's good for the other 29 teams, how come it can't be good for the Knicks?
No, but that's not. I don't think that's the problem. Is that what you said? That like, yeah, any random player can get hot on any night. The problem is the fact that they don't. The level of talent is not cultivated the way you may want it to be cultivated, right? A lot of dudes got talent, right? We talk about Obi's talent. We talk about Isaiah Roby's talent that I've heard you talking about. The people that you didn't want to get cut from the team that you thought would be able to fit in and stuff like that. These people get cut because of the simple fact that their potential are not showing as quick as that the team or the organization would like it, or how fast they would like it to show. So these is why particular players get cut. So, and these is why veterans don't get cut. So a player like, let's say Fournier could sit around for 2-3 years making 17 million and not really doing nothing because his skill set is technically better than these dudes that technically don't really know how to move in the NBA, man. And that's the long answer.
Okay. I'm gonna say to Wiz's question, because I think Wiz was trying to lead me somewhere. Wiz, where were you trying to lead us with that line of questioning? Okay, okay.
I'm trying to see if we're being realistic about the competition we're gonna have this year. I'm worried. I mean, not worried. I'm just looking at a stronger East, even for the weaker teams, Orlando, Detroit.
I think that's a fallacy. I think every time I hear that, I think it's Angel Dust Holmes. Remember that from Friday? Remember that from Friday? That's what I think every time I hear the East is stronger.
But we're stronger too. I'm just saying we're gonna win, but 6-2 wins is what I'm trying to look at. Are we gonna sweep all the weaker teams? Are we gonna sweep? I mean, I wasn't gonna sweep them. I think they're strong enough to catch us on any given night, right? So we have to account for the possibility of not being on 4-0 against most of the East. We could be 3-1 against most of the East. So right away, 3-1 against the rest of the East is 14 losses, right?
Talking about kill you. Ain't no funny shit, bro. Them niggas, they're gonna pull up on you. They're gonna ask you where you from.
What are you talking about? You talking to us?
He's not talking to us, man.
Yeah.
He wasn't talking to us. But yeah, 3-1 against the. If we're 3-1 on average against everybody in the East, that's 14 losses, right, Freezie?
I don't know if that's an even enough number.
It's hard to quantify it, like looking at it from the East and the West. Like for instance, we could get hot at a particular time on a West Coast road trip. You don't know.
You don't know
when we're playing our best basketball, and it might coincide with playing a bunch of East teams at one time or a bunch of West teams. Like you just want to be playing good basketball as a whole.
Right.
Like I won't quantify it like we do really good against the East or West. Ultimately, a good team will do good relatively even across. the entire landscape of the league.
And I'm saying that if we do well all the way across, then
Wiz, hold on before you do that though. Let me ask a question to go more in depth in what you were stating. Are you basing all of this just on off-season moves?
no, not. I'm looking
So
at
what
it.
are other things? So what are the other things you basing it on?
Well, I think just the general maturity of certain players like Bancaro, for example, Matherin, guys who are
Halliburton,
just Halliburton.
Trey
The
Young,
continuity of
Jordan
of
Poole.
Cleveland and
Yeah,
Jordan coming aboard here, Drew coming here,
Wizards are gonna
and
lose a lot of
KP.
games.
Wizards gonna
I
be
mean,
terrible,
I think
and they're gonna make sure of that too. By the way, they're gonna be tanking.
I think they will. I think they're going to be bad, but I don't think we're going to lose every game to them. I think we could, in fact, lose a game or two to the Wizards. It's possible.
Okay.
I think Orlando is long. I think it's the matchup length of Orlando. So if we go 5-4,
Orlando too young, bro. They don't know how to win yet.
right? So, but can they beat us 1 or 2 games? I know
Yeah,
what.
remember, just like they might win 30 games, but 30
Yeah.
games is not nothing.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what I'm
Because they're
trying to
used
do.
to winning 20-something games.
Right.
So even if they make a 7-game improvement, that's great for them. But we still look at them like they're trash.
Right. So remember when I mentioned that East is
No, but wait.
stronger, or the
How
teams are
many
stronger,
games
I'm
we
still
gonna
looking
win
at
in
these.
totality? How many games we gonna win in totality according to
Oh no, I think we're gonna win 52 to 55 range.
I thought you said 47.
No.
Okay,
No,
now I may be wrong.
yeah, I said
you?
52.
So we actually improved from last year's record according to you.
Yes, exactly. I'm
But
challenging the six to
we
win.
don't improve.
The six
We
to
don't
win.
improve. We don't improve to like 55 and beyond.
I can't see 55 beyond. I can't see it. I would love to see it, but I can't see
Who's
it.
the liability within us reaching that 60? Is it RJ? Is it Grimes? Is it Mitch? What's the problem?
Yeah, you just named them. um, I think we have to. We're hoping. We're expecting. We're counting on those guys improving and taking another step, becoming more consistent and more efficient and more aggressive with Grimes case, for example. I think because we don't have like really objective and concrete changes in our lineup and in our players that I can say, there it is. That's why I'm being cautious.
Wiz, let me say something more entertaining than that. Then,
Yep.
all right, I'm gonna say something more entertaining than that. Right?
Okay.
Not on purpose, but this is just my belief. My belief is the Knicks are gonna come out of the gate on a 51 win pace.
Uh-huh.
Right? And they're gonna trade for a guy that gives us energy.
Boom.
Right? That'll get us to that 60 win pace.
Okay.
Right? And then down the stretch of the season, the last 20 games, I could see us going anywhere from 18-2 to 16-4 down the stretch.
So
And all these things are possible for the Knicks. Because at one point during the season, before all the injuries kicked in, before all the Grimes shoulder injury, the Jericho Sims shoulder injury, the Jalen Brunson wrist, back, hip, and ankle injuries caught up, the Julius Randle turns his ankle. Before all that stuff, we probably were on pace to win about 51 games. Right?
Right.
We get Josh Hart. We go on a 9-game winning streak. And then at the end of the season, as usual for a Tom Thibodeau team, we play about 600 ball. Now, what I'm going to say to that is I think we're going to come out of the game because there are no new bodies, right? There are no new bodies. Basically, what we're trying to do is figure out a defensive system. I think on opening night, Tibbs is going to be settled on what he's going to do offensively and defensively, right? And I think we're going to come out, right? So we have Boston, Atlanta, New Orleans. If the Knicks come out of that stretch 2-1 or 3-0, y'all better look out, right? Y'all better look out because not only are you talking about the Knicks beating a rival on opening night, you're also talking about the Knicks beating their new rival in the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta.
Wow.
Right? And then the next night in New Orleans is a back-to-back. Right? And if the Knicks win in New Orleans,
that's gonna be a problem.
Now everybody was like, yo, I had been with Uncle Freezie the whole time. You know what I'm saying? No, I texted him 60 wins. Nah, no, you didn't.
It's gonna be capped. Everybody that thought we Zion is gonna be calling you like, oh, we beat the Pelicans. I knew I didn't want Zion. They're gonna make up a whole bunch of stories and a whole bunch of hyperbole and a whole bunch of malarkey. But I appreciate you having me, man. I'm gonna get out of here. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to Ally Wide. Y'all already know what's going on, man. Shout out to Blorange.
I got a funeral. I got to go to
hit the subscribe, share. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Y'all don't get a better Knicks conversation nowhere else besides here. So stop playing. Don't play with me. Stop playing with yourself. You heard?
Hey, Smoke, you dipping right before I got another thing, but we'll talk about this. We can talk about this later on.
I'll wait.
There is a strong possibility that the Knicks can also come out the gate 0-7. Right. And Wiz, I'm gonna name the teams that the Knicks play in the first 7 games, right?
I'll wait.
Boston, Atlanta, New Orleans, Cleveland, Milwaukee, the Clippers.
Ow. Yes,
I think we could beat Atlanta. I think we could beat Boston one time with KP in them. I think we could beat Atlanta, and you said Cleveland. I think we could beat Cleveland because we still got Mitch and the German Hartenstein. And
both games.
I'm predicting we're going 7-0 in that stretch.
Wow.
And but the irony is, I think we'll lose to San Antonio at home in the Garden. I think we're gonna. We gotta
keep in mind that Jalen Brunson is like injury prone. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Freeze. I got to ask you, why San Antonio? Because of what? Yeah, the young kids.
Well, for one, it's hard to maintain 7, 8, or 9 game winning streaks, right? It's hard. It's hard to do that. And then by the time we play San Antonio on a Wednesday night on ESPN, the hype behind Victor Wembanyama is going to be fever pitch, bro.
Oh man,
it's going to be fever pitch.
Oh man.
And in case y'all hadn't noticed any of the games where the Knicks are showcased against a budding superstar.
Yep.
Or a guy going for an NBA record.
We're not going to talk about Wembanyama. They're going to win like 5 games all season. They'll try to overhype him, but when you win in 5 games, it won't even be relevant. They won't talk about San Antonio Spurs like they talk about like the Dallas Cowboys, whether they win or lose. If he's not doing nothing significant or cognizant, then he will be ignored like every other player in the NBA in a small, weak town.
I don't know, bro. This dude appears to be legit, bro.
Nah, man. That little weak move between Reggie Bullock, I'm not impressed. It's Reggie Bullock.
Okay.
Stop it.
Okay.
I need to see
he blocked Klay Thompson's 3, came down the court and dunked, waited on somebody to dunk on. In the next play, he did a ball fake.
We talking about preseason, man. He might run up the court.
I know. Do you respect Steph Curry though?
Break his leg. If he break his leg in the first possession of the regular season, is we gonna give him the same praise that he was getting in the offseason because he threw it between somebody's leg and blocked the shot? We not. Okay. We gonna realize that they was half stepping in the off season, and then they real going now. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody got to get activated.
The Knicks' opening schedule is going to be tough. I'm predicting the Knicks are going to be 9-1 in their first 10 games.
I probably 5-5.
But that's me. That's my opinion. That's not. I'm not saying that for the panel.
What's the worst
y'all
team?
Think is whatever y'all think.
What's the worst team we play in that 10-game stretch?
San Antonio.
Because they got Wembanyama.
Yeah.
I think that's cap because you said we played Boston twice, right?
Yep. Boston
And
twice.
they got Jason Tatum
Atlanta
and
twice.
Jalen
Cleveland
Brown.
twice. Yeah.
No,
Milwaukee.
they got Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, right? And we played them twice in 10 games. And then
Right.
said
How
we
many
got
times? How many times did Boston beat the Knicks last year?
one,
Once,
but
and they were healthy,
that's circumstantial though. You feel
and
what
we
I'm
were
saying?
not. No, that's fact. That's
I'm
history.
not talking about the fact that we beat them. I'm talking about the circumstances with under we beat them. It's circumstances.
Okay. Yeah, Jalen Brunson missed a game, quickly started, and we still beat them. And they
Correct.
were
And
healthy.
Quickly dropped like 30 something in that game.
Yeah, yeah. We beat them with our backup point guard, and they were healthy.
You think we would have handled them that easy because quickly disappears a lot too. I'm just keeping it real.
No, no. What I'm saying is I don't think Knicks fans should fear the Boston Celtics. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well,
If that's your harder point, I agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
What if we don't play Fournier? Then we got a problem. We need Fournier to beat Boston.
I would say to my brother Wiz is stop looking for excuses for us to look bad and embrace the fact that that this team fears us.
But you got to remember, Wiz is a cab driver, so he's always looking for others' expectations. Right? Yeah, so he's always looking to see where somebody else is going. When you're a cab driver, you're not really worried about your destination. You're worried about another person's destination. So you always got to keep that in mind. He's coming from a cab driver's perspective. So
yeah, man. Cabs obsolete, baby. I'm a bus driver, man.
My bad. Hey, but Wiz keeping it a buck. Even though Milwaukee beat us numerous times last year, do you remember how they beat us? And you remember the ABC game where Giannis went to the scorer's table and begged the referees during a timeout, saying that Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson was too physical. They caught him on a hot mic. They being too physical. They being too physical. They being too physical. Bro, you're 6'11", 245. They call you a Greek freak.
Bigger than both of them.
Yes. And he like, they being too physical. Randall? Bro, and the other game, too, later on, I think it was the next month, may have been the same month. Jrue Holiday hit 2 dagger threes with Quentin Grimes in his shirt.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was that long three at the end of the game. Yeah, he had
and Grimes was in that man's shirt.
Yeah, he was on them too.
If we losing, like if that is what was keeping them from losing to us, I'll take that, bro. The other game they beat us, Brook Lopez was knocking down threes in the corner. I think he was
I remember
like
that
3 for 9. 3 for 9 for 3, and Mitch wouldn't go all the way out there, and he was just knocking down the threes.
We got like 15 rebounds in that game. I remember that.
Yeah,
game.
man. Man. I'm not scared of them. Who was Milwaukee?
Nah, we play them very competitive, but they always have an unsung hero, right? Well, what we call like a weathered veteran that steps up at the end towards the game, like you just announced. That in one game, Brook Lopez grabbed extra rebounds and made extra shots, and then the most recent game, Jrue Holiday hit that 3 in front of Grimes' face. So
yeah, and he did it twice. He came down 2 trips in a row, back to back. 1 3 from 27 and 1 3 from about 30. And if it takes that for the Bucks to beat us, bro, I'll take that, bro. I'm taking my chances.
Nah, but I think I'm not saying that that's not a significant way to beat a team when the people that you don't expect step up. But this is the argument against, like you was making earlier, against the players like Grimes, against the players like McBride, against the player like everybody's favorite player like Obi. It's like when we in real games and we need you because they're obviously pinpointing our main players, right? Like a Randall, like a Brunson, and sometimes RJ. What are you going to do when your number is called because your main assets can't be utilized? And this be my problem with half the NBA. They're only doing what they have to do. You know, they're not doing what they really could do. They're only doing what they have to do.
I like you sometimes, RJ. You couldn't fully commit.
Wiz, you know about your man RJ. He's a bum. Look, we didn't even see Canada RJ in the preseason. We was first of all, if I don't see Canada dry RJ, if I don't see bronze medal RJ this season, we're gonna have problems. I swear to God. You think I'm playing? I'm documenting. Just because I ain't on here, I'm documenting everything that boy do, from the Puma deal to the bronze medal. I'm on that boy tail. You heard me? If that boy don't do nothing this year, I'm coming for you.
Oh boy, Wiz. On that note, everybody, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I gotta do some stuff in the mornings or later on today. So thank y'all everybody for coming through and rocking with us. It was mad entertaining, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to get back on tomorrow night, but we'll see how things go. Again, thank you, Smoke, Dre, Wiz, everybody in the chat for rocking with us. Thank y'all for coming through with us, man. I'm out of here, y'all.